So.
Oh, they get in.
Alrighty.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna start the stream
I thought
now.
that was the only one naked.
You're not. Damn, you are too. You're naked too. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started. Welcome everybody to the first session of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We've already done our session 0. We've got all the character introductions out of the way. We have Padda, a frog, and that's it. Just a frog.
Just a frog.
Narcelia,
One more needs to be said.
a half drow, a full drow paladin.
Full ground. Yep.
Zoltza, he is our warforged fighter. Fayen, she is a half-elf barbarian. She had a change of heart at the last second. Decided that she
Wrong time
was
of the month. She got aggressive.
a savage. We have a Tabaxi rogue, River, and then we have this handsome young man who needs no more
Just
introduction
this.
than that. Captain Jimmy.
I lost!
It's a class and a race in itself, Captain Jimmy. Okay.
Promised myself I wouldn't get naked for this, but I can't resist.
Alright, you all feel quite sore. Your joints ache. You're covered in scratches and bruises. You each find
Good
yourself
Friday night.
laying face down, either on the sand or on some rocks. There is a warm breeze that washes by you. You can feel the heat of sand in between your fingers. The sounds of gentle waves crashing ashore. It's a very peaceful way to wake up. There are seagulls circling you overhead. The white foam of the ocean washes up on some of your feet. One by one, you come into consciousness after having the ship that you were sailing on worn down to the ocean bed and ripped apart. Zoltza, you're our quartermaster. You've got no idea where you are. You were somewhere in the Azure Sea, about 750 miles west of the Sword Coast. And you were destined for the skies. You were about 50 leagues away from the skies, 50 nautical leagues away from the skies when this happened. And you guys have all been washed ashore somehow. What appears to be on an island. You can see bits of driftwood being carried onto the sand. The hull of your sailing ship, or what's left of it, is nothing more than a husk cast against the rocks. It's been absolutely sundered. Surprisingly, none of you are seriously injured. No broken bones. No grave injuries. You're battered and bruised and scratched. But that's the extent of it. You have on whatever clothes you were wearing in armor. And as each of you grabbed your pack, you find the pack still slung over your shoulder or 10 to 20 feet away from you on the sand. There is one problem, however. Everyone's primary weapon is gone. Perhaps in the panic, you may have drawn a blade or had your weapon lying near you. It's nowhere to be seen now. It's gone. You may
What if I dual wield?
Then you have like one of your weapons still. And if you had like a dagger or something, or just a ranged weapon as a secondary weapon, then you still have that. But you certainly don't have your go-to weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Jimmy, you're the first one to wake up. You actually find yourself on some rock. You can see this the waves crashing against the rock. It's about a 15-foot drop down to the ocean, and you sort of stand up. It's quite slippery here. You can see barnacles and small crabs littering the area around your feet. The rock's slick with moisture, and you look out to see the rest of the party members slowly bringing themselves to their feet.
And I have ended up inside a seagull's nest, on a seagull's nest.
There is a lot of bird droppings around, but no actual seagull nest, luckily.
Okay.
It's not the white shit you covered in, mate. Can I cast mending on the ship?
It will take a few years, but we'll be fine.
What's the range of your Padda? Is it touch?
I think so.
Alright, there's a heap of driftwood that washes up next to you. Random splintered pieces of wood. You take 2 of them and you cast mending on them, and 2 little bits of wood seal back together. And then you look out onto the ocean and you see thousands and thousands of more pieces of the ship just haphazardly strewn about.
Wait, who was doing this?
The frog.
Padda.
Oh,
Pada.
I like tell the frog, good job, now keep on doing that as we try to find another boat.
He is a carpenter, right? You could make one.
He can make do with all this driftwood.
So
Before we come back and we have a full-grown brigantine ready to set sail, and we're like, okay.
Like, I don't know why they keep getting more bits, eh? Like, I just kept building.
Captain Jimmy, you've got a good vantage point from where you're standing. It is very slippery where you are, and you may want to take extreme caution in trying to move around these rocks. But go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Just let me find it first. Okay.
Alright, you sort of stand up, and it's a very, very bright day. You're not sure what time it is. It feels like it's sometime in the early morning. It's a nice, warm, sunny day. A blue sky, just a couple of clouds, a couple of wisps of clouds overhead, and it's nice and warm. I feel like you're in quite a tropical environment. You look over, and you can see, being thrown back and forth by the waves, near the hull of the ship, there is a net, and it has in it a small chest being thrown back and forth. It's a good 65 feet away from you.
Aye. That rum must have been very, very good, my lads.
This is like the original drunk driving accident.
Hey, I think somebody just pulled the cork on us, and we just went like a bathtub downtown.
Okay, how difficult for me to just dive in?
Not too hard.
Okay.
Make an acrobatics check
from
though.
there.
As you stand
Okay.
up, you do feel it's very slippery and slimy underfoot. You dive off into the ocean. Easy.
Aye. Lads! All of you! Help me! Come help me here!
You can move
No.
on. You can move
I am
taken
swimming.
into the ocean. It's very,
I will
very
jump.
rocky. Very, very rocky in the ocean here. You can feel quite a fierce current. And Solzo, you're going in as well? Everyone's going in?
Yeah, I'm just walking through the bottom of the ocean, basically. I'm just, as soon as it goes over my head, I'm still staying under the water.
Okay. Terminator
Fucking
style.
robots.
The thing, if everyone else walks in, I will stay on the shore to keep a look.
Alright. Fayin, make me a
We're the two that
perception
can't
check.
drown.
And Captain Jimmy, are you going in?
Yes.
I'll move you up into the water. Are you dive into the water?
Mm-hmm.
And Fayan, you take a look out. There is some pretty fierce waves here crashing up against the rocks. Could be pretty dangerous. Seltzer, make a athletics check. Even as you walk. Yeah?
Can I cast Bardic Inspiration? Can I actually use my Bardic Inspiration on... who's the second person next to the frog? Yeah,
Seltzer.
Okay, can I use my Bardic Inspiration for him?
Sure. Alrighty.
Can I choose between athletics or acrobatics? Because I'm not very good at athletics.
Athletics.
Oh god, I'm dead.
As you're walking...
I'm dead!
as you're walking down on the bottom of the ocean, it drops very suddenly, and you fall forward, and then there's a huge current. It just drags you back into the ocean. Sorry, back onto the beachfront. And as that wave hits, Pada, you also need to make me an athletics check.
Okay. Where's my sheet? Sorry, my thing reloaded and it's messing with my sheet.
Meanwhile, River, you're just sort of buoyantly floating, getting thrown back and forth, just about 10 feet off the beachhead. Alright, Pada, suddenly you feel a bit of a rip and you're sucked underneath the surface of the waves slightly, and it sort of drags you against the rock a little bit, and you cut your foot for 1 point of slashing damage. And then you manage to resurface as the waves start to throw you around a little bit.
Savage stuff, that.
Talking with Salsa now and seeing the currents, I will try to help out because I might be able to.
Alright, Fane jumps in, starts paddling against the waves. Give me an athletics check. You manage to fight the waves easily enough with a 10, and you can swim freely. You are being jostled side to side, but you can easily navigate these waters. You see the net sort of over in this direction.
Try and see if I can get it out the chest.
Sure. It's a drag net, and it's caught up against some of the wood on the hull of the ship, and you find it to be tangled up quite badly, and you need to use a sleight of hand check to try and get the chest out of the net, or you can just try and rip the whole thing off. Alright, you very quickly move the net around, and within a matter of seconds, you've got the chest. It's very light. Meanwhile, Pada, you're sort of paddling up and grabbing onto the side of the ship. And that is when...
I'm getting PTSD from the net.
You got a little bit of a cut there, Pada, on your foot.
Yep.
A little bit of your blood is starting to come away from your foot. And that blood attracts danger. Darting at you, you see a shadow under the water. And suddenly a tropical reef shark is coming straight at you, having tasted the blood in the water.
I didn't know frogs were such a delicacy to fucking sharks.
It's a French frog.
Frog legs, my friend. Frog legs.
Okay, so
Before the shark swims with the chef's hat on.
we're in combat now, and Pada, you managed to react first. At the moment, you're still in the water, and this tropical reef shark's coming straight at you.
Am I like next to this cliff face here?
Yeah, It rises up to about 17 feet above you, and the hull of the ship could sort of work as a bit of a wooden ladder.
I was gonna say, I have a climb speed. I'll just Spider-Man my way up.
Okay. You're gonna just climb up?
Yeah.
Alright, as you do climb up, you provoke an opportunity attack from the shark. And it almost leaps out of the water at you. And this shark has the blood frenzy trait. So it has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. That little cut on your foot is all it needs. And it snaps at you. And it bites you for
Yeah, that'll
6
hit me.
piercing damage.
Pace a pass.
You don't need any ability check to climb up onto these rocks with your climbing speed.
Okay. And is there like a flat platform there or something?
You'd need to get up on top of the rock, but you can sort of just stick to like any of like these squares here because of your climb speed.
Okay. I'll stick just out of it and I'll toss a net onto this thing.
Alrighty, make a net attack. So net attacks are done at disadvantage because they only have 5 feet of range. And you net the shark. You throw the net over the shark and it starts thrashing around and you sort of hold it in place.
My question is, don't sharks die if they can't move forward?
Not immediately.
I think he will asphyxiate if you take him out. He will start. I guess.
Usually, yes.
You should have thrown a plastic bag at it. Would have been far more effective.
Takes 10 pollution damage.
Countdown does it again.
Righty, so
and
the
yeah,
shark's
that's my turn.
stuck there. You've sort of got a cast net on it. Alrighty. Now, Celia,
Yes.
you're up.
Can I see the shark from where I am?
You can see it. I'd say it has half cover, but it's pretty. Pat is sort of dragging it a bit out of the ocean. So yeah, you've got line of sight on it.
Okay, so my secondary weapon is a javelin, so... Or have I lost that?
You have your javelin. I think a javelin's
So
range
I
is
will-
60 feet at long range, and because it's restrained, it'll be negated, so it'll be a regular javelin throw.
That's what I will do.
Alrighty, you line it up and you hunk the javelin at it. 14 hits. 31-20, even more so.
Okay, so then...
To roll damage, you'll need to
the
click.
bottom, right?
That's the one. Alright, you hit it for 5 piercing damage. It sticks into the side of the shark. The water starts to go red, and the shark thrashes around even more violently.
I'm thinking soup.
I love it. We just got like primitive fishing. Your first adventure, you go fishing.
And if you want to move, Narcelia, you've still got 30 feet of movement. And if not, if that's the end of your turn, you'll need to hit the end of turn button. And you can find it in 2 places.
Which is-
In that big purple chat box in the bottom right hand corner. Or when you click your token, you'll find it in the top left hand corner of your screen.
Click token. Corner.
You see that little
Sorry, looking
EOT
now.
button in that big purple box where it says your when your turn's up? No.
EOT, I
that's
see.
the one.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, the shark is just going to try and bite itself free from the net. Going to take a bite out of the net. And it does. It frees itself from the net, and then it starts swimming straight at Fayin. Ends its turn there. Fayin.
I'll swim around a little and try to stab it with the spear.
15 hits. You stab into the shark's side for 6 piercing damage. It thrashes around some more. Salsa.
Yeah. Well, my go-to weapon was bow. Well, sucks to be me then.
Throw something at it!
That's your captain. He's just giving you an order, Salsa.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try my best, and I just pick up a piece of driftwood and throw it at the shark.
Alright. Make an improvised weapon attack at disadvantage. It'll be a straight strength check.
Strength check, okay. I tried my best.
Salsa throws this bit of driftwood. It goes about 2 feet and then just lands into the ocean in front of
Hard
him.
to throw something with that limp wrist, bro.
Well,
You
You're
just see, like,
in
this
gym class, alright?
massive, like, warforged just like trying to throw a bit of wood and it goes like 2 feet.
I'm not massive. I'm just regular size. But yeah, I'm fully metal. But I'm not that strong. it keeps all my strength just to keep my armor on.
Alright, River.
I guess I can use my Felon agility to dash there.
Yes, so when you do move in the water, it'll be half movement speed for swimming. And if you dash with your feline agility, you'll be able to get 30 feet. And then yeah, you could dash as well. And you could go 45 in total, but that would take your action.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Alrighty. The strong waves have sort of subsided for now. There's been like 2 more smaller waves since that big one that came crashing down through patter against the rocks. So you don't need to do any sort of ability check to get there.
Yes, of course. While I'm slipping towards it, I use my tail and I'm trying to perform it like it's a different creature coming to, and then try to scare.
Alrighty. You try to look like a sea cat, and the shark just seems to be quite hungry though. It doesn't really look scared. Thane might be scared though.
So I use an athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, you don't need any ability check to get there. The strong wave had already passed. Maybe in about 5 waves time, another big one will come.
So that's my turn.
Alrighty. That's the end of your turn. Hit that EOD button.
I don't think Vicious Mockery works on a shark, right?
You know, if this shark bites you, it literally is eating a wet pussy.
You doing Vicious Mockery, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I don't think that Vicious Mockery will work on a shark. I will do it anyway, but
Pretty sure it should work. Sorry, Foot Cheese, do you mind going on push to talk, please? Getting a lot of background noise.
Sure.
Yeah. Apparently I can't spell vicious. Should work.
okay. So it's a DC 13.
I think only if
wisdom
it's
save
like
for the shark.
if it like is immune to being charmed, I think that it doesn't work. Let me check.
If it can't hear you. I think.
Yeah, if it can't hear. Yeah, it doesn't need to understand you. Yeah, if it's like yeah, death, then it doesn't work. How do you send out a magical insult? And the shark just flaps his tail around. He's not insulted
Can't
at
shake
all.
his confidence.
He doesn't get. He doesn't
knows who he
really
is.
cares. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a
Anyway,
shit about you, Captain Jimmy.
okay. I'm casting Healing Word on the frog. Okay.
Alrighty. He's this little like sort of seaweed colored wind flies over to Patter and surrounds him and seals up most of his wounds.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is when I'm casting spells, my character is not really aware of it. He just says things. Okay. He says, "We'll be fine, my frog."
That was 6 healing as well, Patter. I think you accidentally gave yourself an extra one there.
Oh, did I?
Also, let me fix up your spell slots there, Jimmy. So you still got one left.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
And I'll move a bit. Hey, it is 15 feet now because I have the swimming speed is half, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm coming there. Okay, and
Sorry,
that will be my end of
But
turn.
geez, I'm getting a lot of background noise coming from your mic. Are you able to swap to push to talk, please? Oh yeah, mute. That's good. Thank you. Patter, you're up.
I'm gonna dive on it.
All right. Yeah, you don't need any sort of check to just jump in the water at it.
Yeah. So I can actually jump directly on top of it. So I'm gonna jump like here
Sure.
and attack with my 2 daggers.
That hits. Alright, you jump down and you stab into the shark after you sort of coat the weapon with some poison. Your own poison. And the shark starts thrashing around wildly, taking 9 points of damage.
And second dagger.
17 hits. You stab the shark again and it thrashes around. All the water around the shark is pink and the shark just starts to lose momentum and suddenly it stops resisting and the waves just and the current just takes it away. It's dead.
Grab him! We make him soup!
He can't handle my bodily fluids. Can we actually take it? Can we like go and get it for soup?
Yes, they're good food, guys.
You need to make a dexterity save to try and grab it before it just gets taken away. As soon as it stops trying to swim, it's very quickly
Filled with
being...
poison also.
Yeah, you try to
I'm
grab
tired.
it, Patter, and it's just gone.
It's alright, guys. I can still fish.
Just grab the javelin. It's still stuck inside of it.
You can grab the
Can
javelin.
I try to?
All right, River, you you dive after it and you manage to grab it.
I want to grab it with my teeth.
All right, you grab onto it with your teeth, just like tuna. Probably is
From
tuna.
the fin.
Probably the same thing as tuna. And yeah, you
I
grab the
want to
shark.
try it. While I have it grabbed with my teeth, I want to try and sink along.
Okay. Make a performance check, River. Alright, you're actually singing a very, very nice tune as you got the shark in your mouth. And everyone's singing and clapping along with you.
Congratulations.
He's speaking whale.
It's just like the sea shanty that you sung last night, River.
I wonder if anyone's noticed that if you guys eat this, it's got all of my poison running through it.
Yeah, I told them that.
We don't know.
We don't know. Ignorance is bliss. Alright, you drag the shark
good work.
up onto the shore, and Fayan's carrying the chest.
Yeah, drop it.
Alright, you drop this
No,
little
try not.
chest. And you don't find it to be locked. Little sea chest. You open it up, and inside it's just some small crabs that skitter out. It's flooded with water. Completely empty.
It's an illusion.
Well, we have a net also.
What is illusion?
So, can I check if it has a false floor or something?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Nah.
You poke it, it's completely waterlogged. Inside it's just made from wood and you're not finding any false bottom. And Patter, are you staying out there near the ship?
Come dejected all the way back and be like, we're in a long way to catch crabs, guys.
I give Pada the net that is just.
Can I give it a go? Like, take a look at it, smell it.
It smells like seawater, and Fayin, you hand Patter the net. The net has been shredded apart by the shark's teeth.
I cast me.
I mean, the net.
You need a lead port
The
to catch crabs.
The net is still stuck to the rocks. It was like all intermingled with the barnacles on the rocks. And mending is not going to fix this net, Patter. It's shredded in multiple places.
What can this spell fucking fix?
A single break or tear.
So not a lot.
Like a leaking wineskin or a broken key, but not a shredded net, I'm afraid. As you look around, you find plenty of palm trees in your immediate vicinity, and seems like to be a bit of a marshy region. Mangroves all around you. Very hilly. In fact, you see rocks along the coast all the way to the north and to the south, and your visibility is limited from about 100 foot inland because the elevation of the hill sort of rises up and blocks your view. About 150 feet to the north and to the east, and the coast sort of runs this way, and sort of like a little mini peninsula down to the south here as well. Just sort of wraps around over to the east. It's very thick with trees, mangroves. Everything has this sort of muddy smell to it. Thick
I am
brush.
home.
Okay. Do I recognize this vegetation, this thing, this place?
Make a survival check.
Nah.
You've got no idea, Captain Jimmy. You don't know what sort of particular environment you're in.
Yeah.
Or where you are. How big the
I'm
island is.
curious if Bada can make me a makeshift bow out of something, out of a bamboo or something.
As you wade around here,
Carpenter.
there is one thing that washes ashore. A belaying pin. A hefty piece of wood that's used for running the rigging. And it could definitely be used as a hefty looking club. There's also many other pieces of wood that could be used as clubs that have washed up on shore here.
But nothing that can be used as a bow.
Not really.
I like take one of the ropes and tie a bow, and there's like, here you go. Common is my second language.
I tried to shoot it and it just slowly falls 1 feet to my feet, and I'm like, okay.
With my carpenter tools and the string from a net, could we make a makeshift?
A makeshift bow?
Yeah.
I'd say if you took a short rest, you could try and make one. It'd be treated as an improvised weapon. That's
Yeah,
1d4
still
damage.
But
Yeah.
could they use his sticks for it?
So when you said that
Could use dex.
everyone has lost his primary weapon,
So Seb, I dual wield scimitars, so I'm assuming I lost both.
Just one of the scimitars. Still got one.
can I use the rapier and the dagger then? And then I would have lost the short sword.
Sure. Just one of your weapons would be gone from your starting gear.
Can I also identify where exactly on Earth are we?
Yep, make a survival check, Zalsa. It'd be quite difficult because
No.
you're only afforded a very small view here. You could be in any number of islands. If you had to guess, just a random small island somewhere off the coast of the Styes.
I could climb on the tree and to take a look.
Sure.
If I use my navigator's tools, would I be able to tell, like, how far off, like, civilization we are, or something?
Navigator's tools for that. Is it Google?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
it has like a sextant and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah.
you could try and use them.
Oh, that's better.
Alrighty, you use your navigator's tools, and you have trouble making your calculations, Elsa. There shouldn't be any islands around Styes that match this nautical positioning. You've got no idea where you are. You feel like you're far from the Styes, though.
And before we're on, like, some freaking massive creature that's just moving this piece of land around. I heard one of those is, like, in a tail or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
Well, I
Going
mean,
somewhere.
yeah, it's going somewhere, but where is the question? How do we get off this place?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if it gets hungry, we wouldn't want to be numbed on it. Either way, let's explore the island, see what is beyond the shores.
Aye.
Can I check if this looks like Arvandor?
Make a Arcana check, River. Could be. Can't really remember too much about the tales that you've heard about this place, but you did go down a whirlpool.
Ah.
This could
Great.
be it.
Can I give Salzar my sling?
Sure.
I'll take off my eye patch, it acts as, which is actually my sling, and I'll give it to him. Like, here you go.
Awesome.
As long as that's a dexterity-based attack, I
It
wouldn't mind.
is.
I still want to climb a tree and take a look.
Sure. You find numerous palm trees. It's not that easy to climb a palm tree, though. Make an athletics check.
Yeah, he can climb up. He's got a climb speed.
Oh, yes. Right, that's easy then. Alright, you climb up to the tallest palm tree in the area that you can find, and you look over the region. And just about 1,000 feet over the hill, you start to see to the northeast the hill recede a little bit more, and you see dozens of small buildings, a harbor, some ships. There's a small village not too far from here.
Throw down a coconut.
Okay, I throw him a coconut, try to hit him in the head, and then
Wait here
I'm
because the
telling what
villagers, I'm sure, will come and scavenge stuff.
Captain Jimmy,
Yeah.
come here and take a look.
So I'm going there. Okay, I have to climb, right?
Like, oh, that's right. You guys actually adhere to gravity.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Like that's probably the reason why I can't swim as well. Well, I mean I can walk through the bottom of the ocean though.
Potentially, yeah. I'm starting to climb. Then I realize that I don't really like the idea. And I tell him, "Why is it?"
Well, there seems to be a village or meow.
What?
Was it a city like?
It's pretty small. Little village. Fishing
It was something like a village.
Can I climb up a tree as well and look?
Sure.
You're like,
Are
guys,
they-
it smells like incest. I think it's Tasmania.
Accurate assessment.
Oh, what the And before we just walk to the village and we see like 20 infirm people.
Yeah.
You guys want to head there to the village?
The people. How do they look like?
They look like little dots from this distance. Over 1,000 feet away.
Aye, they must be very small then.
I was gonna say it's like 300 meters.
Yeah, I think they'd be bigger than dots at 1,000 feet.
Well, either way, let's head on there.
1,000
We ain't
feet
gonna-
to the wall of the village, and then much further. The village is pretty spread out.
Everyone knows hillbillies are tiny. You
I
don't grow
can-
when your parents
Well,
are siblings.
unless you
You don't
make
grow
a
very
wrong
high.
turn.
Can okay, I can come down and draw it in the sun.
It's 300 meters. I'm just gonna walk in the direction.
All right, you actually
Yeah,
start
it's
to
fine.
see when
They
you
must be halfling midgets.
Yeah.
when you get to the top of the hill, you sort of look down to see a small cobblestone road, and then this very old-looking wall, sort of separating the city from the rest of the encroaching swampland around you. And you see a couple of guards standing at this gate.
Birds. That's enterprising.
So you guys were down over here, a bit further to the south. So, as you can see, now
We
you're
are
only about
giants.
600 feet to the gate, and then you can look over the whole village. It sort of decreases in elevation as it moves further in this direction.
Although I see fuck all trees. Like there were 6 trees that hid it from view from us.
It's like off the map where you guys were, and there's like hill. You're at the top of the hill here.
Well, best case scenario, we should probably go and see what they're up to. Like, what is even this place? Because, yeah, I don't think resting on the beach line would change anything.
All right.
Ja, Sport sind
You guys head down the hill.
what can go wrong?
And you start to see the wet grass fade away into a small cobblestone walkway, and this ancient looking wall blocking passage. There is two guards standing here at the entrance. A dwarf
Okay, I'm going.
male and a human male. The dwarf male and the human male, they seem to be engaged in conversation, and the human's got his back sort of turned towards you. He's wearing some chainmail. He has an open-faced steel helm on. His spear is just resting against this decrepit-looking wall, and he sort of stands up and turns to all of you as you approach. He places his hand out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up there, lads.
Yeah, I stop and I'm showing that my hand's empty, like in the air, and say, "Aye, my lad."
You're a strange-looking assortment. Traveling from Seaton, are you?
Most like shipwrecking.
Shipwrecking? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, our ship was wrecked. We don't know where we are. Where are we?
What? A shipwreck?
Yeah.
Have been becoming increasingly common of late. Why? You're on Salt Island, my boy. And you do see the guard is probably in his late 60s. This is Saltmarsh.
Is it? Oh, blimey.
Where did you
Think something?
get wrecked? Are you all sailing together then?
Yar! Just a few yards. I'm sticking my finger in the north. Can I recognize where is the north?
North is that way. North is north on this map.
Okay.
It's actually it's sort of like northwest. Northwest.
I show him the compass.
Oh yeah, 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 that way.
All right. Well, did you plunder the wreck to make sure there weren't any of your belongings left? Because whoever claims the wreck first, well, by law, they're allowed to keep whatever they find, unless it's under royal decree.
We had nothing. We were empty. We were going. Yeah.
What sort of ship did you have then? An empty ship? Was it just a keelboat?
Nah, a wrecked ship for this time.
Well, I imagine it's wrecked now, but I was saying before it was wrecked. What type of ship did you have?
A small one.
And it floated.
Forgive me, but who was the captain of that ship? And he's looking at everyone else apart from Captain Jimmy.
I point at Captain Jimmy with words.
I can see how you got wrecked. Well, as long as you know
Is there a tavern?
undead
so we can get
walking
wrecked?
ghostly nasties coming from that haunted house, I suppose I could let you inside the city gates. And have you been here before?
I put up a hood so no one.
Nah.
Well, this lassie, if she's been here before, I'm sure she can explain to you the rules of our fair village. But you look like safe enough looking folks, so go on in then. In you go.
Thank you, McCarthy.
I don't know if I trust this guy's judgment. We've got a drow, an obviously insane captain, a frog, a cat, some weird elf chick, and a robot.
Well, I mean, you can't tell if I'm a robot. Well, you can, but I'm just pretty much covered in armor, like from freaking Dark Souls to those archers that literally just long scope you from the across the map.
Like we look like a safe enough bunch.
He looks at you, Patter, and sort of scrutinizes you a bit. Whose pet is that? Sort of notices you there, Patter?
Let me at him! Let me at him! I'll bite your ankles off.
I pick up Pat and take him.
He's my cook.
Jimmy still thinks I'm imaginary. He's like, well, who the hell is he pointing at?
Yeah. No, I actually, I'm ashamed. I don't want to answer.
I've seen your type before. And he looks at you, River. Then he takes a bit of a glance at Narcelia. And Narcelia, being out here it's quite uncomfortable for you. You're feeling like the sun just burning your eyes. And sort of takes a bit more of a glance at you. And as you try to walk by, steps in front of you. Hold up. Let me take a look at your face. Huh? What? A dark elf? What's your business here, dark elf?
She's not a dark elf.
He was just sitting too much in the sun.
Make a deception check, Captain Jimmy.
Black elf.
Lol. What is this? The South?
Can I help him?
Alright, he doesn't let you go by Narcelia. Hang on. I've heard of your kind. Slaving. Pillaging. What business do you have here in Saltmarsh?
There's no one here worth enslaving.
Oh, I'm not supposed to change my mind about you then.
She's
We're
my
not
guard.
They're not worth enslaving, but if they were, what does that mean? You would?
Not worth it. They were worth it?
There ain't no law that can prevent me from entering you this town, Dark Elf. But I warn you, we have laws. And some of those laws may result in you hanging from the gallows if you try anything suspicious.
Hear you.
And look after that frog. Go on through then. I'll be keeping my eyes sharp on you. Looks at you again, Narcelia. The dwarf sort of grumbles. Grumbles a little bit at you as well, Narcelia. You get this sort of hint of scorn coming from him. Right,
Walk boldly through.
you guys head on through. past the
What
city
are
gates.
these?
I'm not even walking, I'm like full blown jumping my long jump every time.
Alright, you guys know this is Saltmarsh now, and I'll give you a handout with a key of the different locations that you find. There is a map, and you can see on that map all the different numbered locations, but I will highlight them in this key for reference. Number 1 is the city gate. Then you'll know where the locations are. I'll label them as well for you. As you explore, you'll learn more locations, hopefully. Alright, you head on through. All of the road is cobblestone and it looks well worn, very old. Sort of head down the hill to see a good view of the village. There are dozens of shops, ships docked. There are people walking around. The smell of seawater just fills the air. Up ahead, you see what looks like a tavern. And a large complex here that could be some sort of guard barracks. In fact, you see half a dozen guards milling about, walking back and forth and hanging about near the entrance.
Can I ask someone where I could find Gillan?
Alright, you go up and speak to one of the guards. So looks up at you, looks like a young man. And he sort of scrutinizes you. You're looking for prime water. He's got that big old mansion there by the docks. He points over in this direction.
I throw a coin and say, yeah, thank you.
Thank you kindly, friend. I'd much prefer a swig of ale, but this coin, I'm sure can buy me one or two. Thinking you?
Speaking of which, where's the pub?
Well, you got the Wicker Goat just across from the barracks there. And he points to this old stone building, 2 stories high.
Mm-hmm.
That's your pub.
Well, we could find... Guys, we could find some dealings with a guy I might know in this.
Need passage. Got a better boat than we had.
This never would have happened if it didn't have a stupid name.
Alright, you guys all go into the pub, the Wicker Goat.
I'm going.
Let's go to the pub.
Alrighty, you walk up to this pub proclaimed the Wicker Goat. You see 2 stuffed goats flanking the entrance. Immediately you know how it got its name. As you walk in, it is about midday. Still a cool breeze that washes by you. And you see a variety of different patrons in here. There are a couple of the town guard sitting around sharing a flagon. There are 3 dwarves that sit around a circular table. They're speaking quite loudly. You see the bartender and proprietor, an older man with long white hair and a bushy beard, and then just this other lone figure sitting by himself. There is a pair of large goat horns over the top of the bar, and you see tables of wood, a rug or 2 on the ground. The place looks quite old and in need of some serious renovations. There's holes in the floorboard. You see a stage up against the north wall with no bard performing, and the proprietor greets you all. Come in, friends, come in. Link is curried. Take a seat. Thirsty, are we?
Linkus. Good name. I go and accost the guards.
Can I overhear what the dwarves are talking about?
Alright, first of all, Narcelia. What do you do, the guard, sorry?
Accost the guards. I go tell them that the gateman out front, the dark elf into the village, and probably should be reprimanded.
Alright, you walk up to the 2 guards, and they look at you. And they just look up at you. They don't, like, stand up or anything. Listen, Dark Elf. We know what your kind are like. Smugglers and slavers. He had every right to have his suspicions. I don't know where you think you are, but this is Saltmarsh. And we've seen plenty of your kind try and take our small island in ages past. We've driven you all out, and we'll do it again. You can try and fool us and pretend you're not like the rest of your kin. But time will tell. Now, it's no crime for you to be here, but we have every right to have our suspicions of you.
I'll drink to that.
Huh. And then
Offer to buy them a round of drinks.
I cast Mending.
the guard sort of just looks at you. You can drink elsewhere, Dark Elf. You're not welcome at our table.
Very well then. I'll go to the bar and send them a drink from the bar.
Alrighty, Lankus pours you 2 drinks. Goat's head ale? And he doesn't really sort of give you that same sort of scorn.
I kind of want to overhear something if the dwarves are talking something of any use, since they were talking very loudly.
We shall get to that. So we ask you, Narcelia, goat's head ale?
Sure.
Asking you if that's what you want. 2 flagons, that'll be 8 silver pieces.
I put it on the counter.
Alrighty. Turns around and he's got these 2 large barrels with spiggins that are shaped like these curled goat horns, and he taps you 2 flagons of this amber liquid, forms a nice white head, puts it down on the bar, and foam spills over the side of the flagon. And it doesn't look like he takes drinks over to anyone. You'd have to bring them over yourself.
I do. I take them over.
You take them over and place them at the guards' tables. And they smile at you. You're on the right track, I guess. Oh, I'll cheers.
You. I mean you no ill will.
They still sort of scoff a little bit at you. You still don't get the feeling that you're welcome at their table.
It's fine. I don't sit down. I walk away.
Alright, meanwhile, Zulsa, you see 2 male dwarves and a female dwarf. They're quite loud. You don't need any sort of ability check to hear what they're saying. One of them sort of yells, I'm telling ya, that much iron ore to be shipped at once, we should be using magic. Magic? You think we should be using magic? After centuries of building minecarts, we should be doing it as we always have done, shifting it through steel and wood on a minecart track. And then you see the female dwarf. She's clad in heavy armor. She's got red hair. She slams her fists on the table. I've had enough with both of you. We should put the ore in the minecart and then use magic to propel it, and then we get the best of both worlds. Aye! I'll drink to that. That's a good idea, Manistrad. This is why you're our leader. Aye! And then they all slam flagons together. They sing a merry dwarf song and they all down a flagon of ale.
Okay, so I walk up to them and ask about the ore, what kind of ore they are mining here.
One of the dwarves seems really sort of happy to brag to you. The closer one to you is Black Bragg. Zelza holds up his hands. All sorts of ore, laddie. We own the biggest mining operation on Salt Island. Iron ore, copper ore, steel, gold, mithril, adamantium, you name it, and we can mine it. What?
Oh, damn.
Don't get any ideas. It's a dwarf mine, and none of your kind, whatever you are permitted inside. It's a dwarf thing.
Well, but about the ore, what exactly are you using it for? Like, this island isn't really that big to support all the, value of it.
A lot of it gets exported, my boy. We send it up to the kingdom of Keeland, or Furindy. Gets turned into steel for the kingdom and the crown. But We do ship a little bit locally around. Some of it goes to Seaton. And there is one forge in town. Yeah, the Dwarven Anvil. Not owned by dwarves, mind you. A disgrace to the name, if you ask me. But I guess someone had the coin enough to buy fine Dwarven equipment.
Alright, I say thanks in Dwarvish as I walk away for the information.
Can I
Drinks,
ask
anyone?
the proprietor or something?
Yeah, I'd like to as well.
Hey, Mr. Lang.
Yes? What do you need? Gee, you're a strange looking one.
Yeah. They tell me that a lot. Do you
Ah.
know?
I know where you're from. Aztica, is that right?
Yep.
You've come a long way, friend. That's why. Over 500 leagues away.
Yep. I do that.
You still have the shark.
So, dear friend, could
I
you
think you guys left the shark on the beach.
Because they could make soup here.
I made soup on the beach.
what kind of land is that guy? Is this Gellon Prime?
Prime Order? That snotty noble. What are you asking about him?
Oh, is he a nice fellow?
Oh, he's a traditionist. With all due
He's not the-
respect, I'm not
What a
very
deviant.
fond of the traditionalists. I'm more of a loyalist myself. Do you have business with him?
Not yet. So, what? Where are you? What royal?
Sorry?
Where? You said you are a royalist, right?
A loyalist.
A loyalist. Okay.
Yes, and proudly.
Where? do-
Lot of gods in that ears.
Where are you loyal to?
Why, I'm loyal to the crown. King Kabertos. You probably don't understand our traditions here, catfolk. But you see, there are two major factions in Saltmarsh. Loyalists, those loyal to the crown that want to expand the kingdom of Keeland. And then there are the traditionalists. The people that were here first, I guess you could say. They just want to keep on going around fishing and... why? They want to drive the crown out. Try and liberate themselves, they say. A step backwards, if you ask me. The kingdom and the crown is the future.
Can I annoy these dwarves over here?
One of them almost jumps off his seat when you walk up to him, Patter. Ah! What's that? It's a little mutant seagull!
Gonna ask him about
It's
dwarves.
just dinner. We brought our dinner with us. That's
It's a
all.
little duck-kneed, dung-munching crapsack! Get it away from me! Whose pet is this?
So he's not gonna tell me about dwarves? You're like, question, what else is a dwarf thing? Like, not dating outside your direct family, is it a dwarf thing or just your family?
By Moradin's word, it speaks!
I'm
Can't
going to.
understand you though, Frogman. Speak a little clearer. Perhaps my ears are
I'm not-
blocked.
I'm muttering to Langus. People getting crazy.
Gonna look at the barkeep, be like, "Why? Since when did human children grow beards?" And start looking at him because he's so tiny, well, so short. Like, shouldn't you be at school, little guy?
The female dwarf chuckles. I like you, little frog man. You're a funny one. Don't listen to these two dwarves here. They've never been outside Salt Island. They haven't seen a whole lot. But I've seen your type before. You're a grung, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've also
Wait,
slayed many
that's
of
right.
your
You've seen a lot
kind.
more of us. It's funny. That makes two of us.
So,
Hard to do.
you crawled in here then, did ya?
Well, I walk. You did just see me walk, right?
Well,
I know the table's
I
a
meant
bit
you
high, I
crawled
might have
in from the
obscured the
whole
view.
marshes.
Well, I took a ship. It didn't make it here, though. Turns out our captain isn't the brightest.
You're awfully cute, trying to make it along our folk. You haven't tried to spear anyone yet, I guess. So you're right with me. What brings you here, little frog folk?
I'm fishing.
Well, you've come to the right place. What's your name, little one?
Para.
Well, you can call me Manistrad. Manistrad Copperlocks. How did you
That's a
hear
hell of
about
a
our little settlement there? Did your little frog people tell you about it?
No, I'm not really on good terms with them.
Ah, you're an exile then.
Yeah, I work for Ida Oland and her family.
Oh, Ada. Oh yes, that traditionalist bitch.
Yeah, but she pays, you know. No one likes their boss.
Well, I think we're done talking then. On you go.
Go like hop off the stool and run like a cute little cartoon.
Okay. I'm going to Lankus, as I'm saying. Yar. Me matey. Fetch me a crog and I'll tell you a tale.
I'm sure it's a tale I haven't heard before. A goat's head ale, is it?
I roll my eyes.
Ar?
Goat's head ale?
Yar.
Does that mean yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
Very well. He taps you one. That'll be 4 silver pieces.
Me got no money, but can tell you my tale.
I've already poured it now, so you best be paying.
Me tell you a tale?
Sure,
Try
you
to
can
do
tell
it.
me a tale, but you've ordered the drink and now you have to pay for it.
Tales, good tales are expensive, me lad, and me throat gets thirsty.
Oh, come on now. You pay up. I don't want to have to call the guards.
I put down 8 silver, one for me.
Oh, of course. My lady.
Thanks, me lad.
And he takes the coins and he gives you back these 2 silver pieces. And they've got very strange mintage on them. Fan, you try your hardest to try and recognize it, but you don't. It just has a little wave on the flip side of the coin, and on the head side, it's got the head of some sort of nobleman, and you don't recognize him. Oh well, go on then. What's your tale?
You didn't pay for the grog, so no tail, my friend.
I paid, and it's been a long time. I heard. Why not tell it again?
Yeah, then. So, obviously gotta travel far. Me eyes have seen lot awkward endings. I begin from the beginning here. I'll tell ya about my frog years. My captain told me I was sold. Hard, sold me, you hear? Yeah, he bought me at the port. Some galleon in the sea got losses, swords. He didn't remember. He was selling all the time, he said. And I was sold cheap. He said, and thought he's a bit, but he's make Dublin's back, way or another. But, yeah, at first, he died Selby, he said. Some wealthy families had never winter. But the groggy bastard said, I smell like gutted fish and that half face of a bloody dog face. The face of bloody dog face, they said. Well, they said I've seen a dogfish, like I've seen a dogfish say a cocky life. Yeah. Gotta kill a poor bastard.
Button take 50 psychic damage and dies.
We all like lose one intelligence point.
He's just sort of like starting to fall asleep. He's like swaying and looking at you. Sorry, friend. I only speak common.
By the way,
I speak to I'm repeating the last word of every sentence, Captain Jim. I.
So,
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't know
Yeah.
about the Dawn Spirit family?
Which family, sorry?
Dawn Spirit is my family.
Oh. Yes. Part of the Marine?
Yeah, I think a girl named Fane is with the Marine, yeah. I wonder if you know about her mother.
Yes.
Or where they live.
She's a kind lady. Quite sad about what happened with her daughter. From what I heard, some terrible accident. Died in a shipwreck. You know her?
Yeah, I fought with her.
I'm sure she was a valuable asset to our Royal Marine, and she made the Crown very proud for everything that she'd done for our kingdom. And I thank her for her services. We should drink to her.
We shot. And I raised my glass.
Pour the drink.
Can I order the most expensive drink as well as a big mug of water?
Alrighty. The most expensive thing he's got on the menu is this wicker whirl, it's called. It's 2 gold pieces per glass. It's this.
How much? 2?
Yep, 2 gold pieces per glass. Quite expensive.
Okay.
And it's just like it's a strong whiskey.
I'll buy one and send it to my skank over here, whilst I pour the water on top of my head.
Awesome.
Can I go to this weird guy in the corner and ask him if he has heard anything about Arvandor or...
Alright. So first of all, Pada, you order this very strong whiskey, and Manistrad winks at you, and then she raises the glass. Cheers, Froggy! And then you just take this bucket of water and pour it over your head, and the dwarves just start chuckling. And then she sort of drinks the whiskey and then ushers you over a bit closer. little frog. You're quite the funny one. I know you're after adventure. That's why you've come here, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been having some damn troubles in that mine. Zombies and skeletons, they say. I haven't seen any with my own eyes, but the mines, they're very large. They go on for ages. Now, if you're looking for some adventure, I'll give you a little mission. You can locate the source of these zombies and skeletons, and I'll pay you handsomely, little froggy. How do you say
Okay.
about that?
Sounds pretty damn snazzy.
Alright then. No rush though. We dwarves, we take things slowly. Not like some of these human folk who their lives come and go.
I'm
in the
sure
blink
you
of
do,
an eye.
love.
And I'll give you a quest
I'm
load.
gonna ask if there's a horse trough.
A what?
A horse trough.
Do
Like I need a bath.
how do I read all of it? My screen isn't that big.
I don't know why it doesn't. Why that's getting cut off. That's weird.
Oh wait, the text isn't that long.
Yeah, it's just that.
A horse trough. I'm sure you'll find one out the front.
All right, that's my mission over.
And there's a stables attached to the building and a horse trough out the front. You can dip in there. Alright, we'll go over to River now. Alright, River, you see this this lone man here. He's human, he's clad in leather armor, and he's just enjoying a quiet drink to himself and doesn't seem like he wants to talk. Keep on walking, friend.
Mister, would you mind? Do you want to exchange?
I said keep on walking, friend. You've come to the wrong table. Hey,
That sounds interesting.
hey you! You see another lone soul sitting on the table. A man who looks like he's haunted. He's got a bald head, a long bushy beard. He looks like a hunter of some sorts. Hey, here, come here.
Yes.
You look like the sneaky type. You like to sneak.
Sneak is good.
They're your friends there, are they? You're some sort of adventuring group, right?
Yes. You can say that.
Are you looking for somewhere to go adventuring then?
Does it include a whirlpool?
Oh, friend. It has whirlpools. All the whirlpools you could ever dream of. But it's a bit of a tale, friend, and my mouth grows dry.
Not a problem. Would you like to lick a frog?
Huh? Is that some sort of cocktail?
No,
It could be if you play your cards right.
What do you mean, lick a frog? What's that?
It's
Leans in, really interested.
it's an exotic thing we do far in. Have you tried that before? It will cost you just 3 gold pieces.
Describe it to me, friend. You say
I'm
it's
getting bored
exotic.
out.
It sounds
If you want,
erotic.
yes, but if you want the right description, then it would be 1 gold piece, and I should call Captain Jimmy to do it.
Oh god.
Captain Jimmy, please come here.
What is it, matey?
I'm coming, you're coming next.
I'm asking Captain to do the description, and I'm blinking twice to let him know that this is a thing that he must. Captain, do this lad a favor and describe him the frog licking experience, full detail.
Ah,
I'm trying to understand what he means, but I gathered he wants to. Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I think you take the frog.
Please, friend. I'm already haunted enough.
Oh shit, it started and he runs off.
You.
No, please. Forget I
Yeah.
threw you over. Just.
Yeah,
go.
get sorry about licking frog's back is doing very good for your. It's very good. Yeah, it's very nice.
Sorry,
yeah,
friend. I made a mistake, and he gets up and he goes and sits at the other table.
It's okay, Captain. Next time.
What about frog? Which frog?
By the way, I asked the guy where could I find the potential place to buy a longbow.
Ah, a bow. You could try the market, my friend, and if they don't have it at the market, the weekly market that is, you could try the Dwarven Anvil. I'm sure they have something there.
Alright, thanks.
Can I ask this hunter about the animals in the area?
Ah,
That's the frog.
you're a strange
Have you
one.
heard of licking frogs?
Ah, so you are the
Have you heard
frog
the good news?
that they speak of licking.
Oh yeah.
You're looking to hunt,
Experience
friend.
of a lifetime.
I'm afraid
Potentially.
I haven't pervaded the region of late. And there's a good reason why. But it's a bit of a tale, and my mouth is dry. And no,
Do you
I
want
don't
to lick a frog?
No, I don't want to lick you. Ah, you know what?
I've already bought
Fuck
them.
it. Ah! Just leans over and takes a big lick of you. Oh. 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 Starts like looking around. Oh.
I'm gonna be looking at the dwarf and be like, I hope you're watching this.
And yeah, he looks like he's having trouble getting his bearings. Oh. Whoa, that is some. Oh my goodness, there's 5 of you. Oh,
Hypno-toad.
little frogs. They're duplicating. You must save yourselves, little frogs. Save yourselves. You must get away from this region. You don't want to hunt here. There is bad things. Bad things coming from the haunted house, my friend. I stumbled down there, looking for ale. Down into the back door, looking for a bit of ale or wine left over by the alchemist. And I heard things. Why are you flying around like that? Calm down.
I'm gonna jump on the roof.
You guys just see this soldier just stand up and he's like trying to just grab it like the air. Like trying to like grab these imaginary frogs down. Alright, Patty, you climb onto the roof and Lankish yells out, "Hey, get down from there!
Do you want to lick a frog?
Get down! Can't you see the sign?" He points to the sign and it's like, "No climbing on the roof" sign.
No
There's a
table
story
dancing.
behind it.
Don't ask why we have that. And meanwhile, Solder keeps going on with this story. Yes, it was a couple of years ago now, but I still remember it. Like it was yesterday. I saw them. First I heard their ghastly shrieks and their wails. And I ran. I ran straight out of the haunted house and they chased me. An army of ghosts and skeletons and zombies. There was a vampire in amongst them all. They chased me with their claws, and even the rats had fangs, and the rats flew, and the army, they chased me for a mile, and I ran back to Saltmarsh.
I have one question.
Yeah, he just looks like completely in the different direction from where you are, Padda. What is it?
And be like, he said whales. How did they get on land?
They wailed.
Yeah, I know.
There was whales, my friend. Vampire whales. 5 of them. And he just starts screaming and he just gets up and he just like runs out of the tavern.
Yeah, he
Left.
He's having a bad trip.
He runs out of the tavern screaming.
Bad batch.
Where is the bearings of this, my son?
Lancaster sort of overhears that. You best be steering clear of that, friend.
And why is that?
Have you not heard the stories of the haunted house?
Just heard the ones just now.
Everybody around here knows about it.
Tell me about it.
An old house a few miles south of town used to belong to an alchemist. They say there would be all sorts of experiments going inside the manor. People report eerie lights, sounds still coming from the manor to this day. They say the alchemist brewed a potion that turned him into some sort of monster. And he went on a killing spree, murdering each and every one of his servants, having been driven insane, and then he went down to the leap and threw himself off, cast into the rocks. But he didn't die then. They say his ghost returned to the haunted house so he could continue his evil experiments, and they say he's still up there to this day, brewing all manner of potion. And I've seen the lights myself. Steer clear of there, friend. Such an unholy place should not be met with.
Can we take a toilet break now?
It's gonna wait another 20 minutes.
Okay,
have an
I'm
intermission.
gonna hold it.
If you need to go, just go. Just go and come back.
This isn't
Okay.
school, bro. You don't have to stick your hand up.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
By the
Yeah,
way,
if you gotta go, just say like AFK or something. And back off and come back.
I'm
while
going.
all these conversations are going on, I remembered I have slingshot now, and I'm just gonna pick up rocks around, like around the tavern.
Alrighty, there's heaps of small rocks that you can pick up. Dozens of them.
I'm gonna ask this chick if
Alright.
there's anywhere that we could stay, where we could get a room.
So, Iladi,
You're funny there, Froggy. If that's your way of trying to hit on me, think again. I'm not into frogs. But if you're looking for a room yourself, well, I'd suggest there's a couple of taverns in town that you could go to, a couple of inns. There's rooms here for starters. Upstairs they got rooms. But if that's not to your liking, you could try the Empty Net.
I have a thing about nets.
This might be your best bet then, little froggy.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and then I'm just gonna be like, just think about this. Frogs and their tongues. And then keep walking.
She smiles at you. And that I will!
Yeah, innkeeper.
Yes?
Where is the whereabouts of this manzan?
Imagine. Why, you can't miss it. About 4 miles south of town. A couple of miles down the road and you'll be able to see it. It looms above the area. It's up on a precipice. A house on the hill. But I'm warning you, you should steer clear of there. Nothing good will come about it. Haunted. Haunted to hell.
I'm lowering my voice. And what about this chap in the corner?
Bit of an unsavory folk. I'm surprised he's not drinking down at the net. Could be a pirate or something. You're best leaving him to it, my friend. He's obviously come here because he wants to be alone.
Yeah, such types are usually up to something.
Yes. I usually cater to mostly the town guard and all the dwarven miners. His type. Usually find them over at the empty net. Hanging out with that Gillen Prime Water. No doubt up to no good.
Odd.
Oh, that might be a nice place to go afterwards. Have you heard, dear sir, about the Keledek?
About what?
Keledek? Keledek. Meant Keledek. Sorry,
Keledek.
lick the frog.
What a name.
Kill a dick? That sounds like a very unfortunate name, my friend.
It's Keledek.
Kill a dick?
Shit, Keledek.
Oh, Keledek.
Or Keledek.
I haven't
whatever
heard
you
that
like,
name for a long time, friend. That crazy wizard?
Yep. That one.
Oh, I don't think you'll find him, my friend. He had some wizard tower a few miles out of town. Tower of Xenopus. You probably see it if you stood out on the coast. There's nothing left of it, friend. It's dilapidated. I'm not sure if Keledek's even still alive.
Oh, really?
But then again, friend, I'll be honest with you. I don't get out much. A lot of the folk, they don't take too kindly to loyalists.
Sir, as a loyalist, as you are, have you ever tried this new exotic delicacy? The lick a frog thing?
What's that?
I'm sure you heard about it before. It's very famous in this place.
Lick a frog. I mustn't get out. No, I haven't heard about it. What is it?
Well, it's one of the most extraordinary and expensive tastes you could have in Saltmarsh.
Best thing happened in your life.
What is it? Tell me about it. I'm interested.
Well, I'm not sure if you can afford.
But it's good to know he might, some people make savings for that.
What? It sounds grand. What is it?
Well, we'll tell you some other time, but
No,
stay tuned.
wait. Come on,
See ya.
share it with me. What is it?
Okay, next time maybe. All right, friends. Stay tuned
Oh,
and ask around. Pass it around. Lick a frog.
like a
Best
frog.
thing in Saltmarsh.
Best friend. Very well. I will.
We're gonna become a fucking meme.
I don't know what it is, but I'll be sure to keep that in mind, friend.
All right.
Maybe
Let's
guys
go, kills.
heading out of the
Yeah, yeah.
tavern.
Yeah, we do.
You know what the best bit that I just realized? When these guys finally go and water their horses, it's gonna be like floating with all of my fucking oils and
Juices.
whatever, and all their horses are gonna go fucking ape shit.
Also, before we leave, I will ask him if he can point out or explain where my family lives and where Stoutly.
He sort of. Wait, where does your family live? I don't even know.
Meaning.
Probably like one of the farmsteads outside of town. He just points you to a farmstead outside of town. You've got
Yes.
no idea.
No.
Alrighty, so you guys hear about this haunted house, and you've been given directions to a couple of other locations. The weekly market, number 15. The
Yeah, I
Dwarven Anvil, which is number 17. And
That other tavern type where
The empty
Misty
net.
Figure.
Empty Net is number 8. Over here.
Let's go start a bar brawl.
Yeah, we should go and start a tavern brawl. We need some action and pass her out the Lick a Frog experience too.
I'm actually keen to go and sit in their well like overnight and poison all the all the village.
No, don't give away the goodies. That is.
I think we should go to the market first to actually manage to get our primary weapons back.
Yeah,
Well, that costs a lot of money, I think. Maybe we could to the captain and say that we want to fix
Well, I mean, I could buy at least some of the basic weapons.
a longbow is 50 gold pieces, so
Oh, well, never mind then. Well, I mean, I can buy a longbow, but I can't buy anything else.
we could go to captain and see if they can procure some weapon if we fix the mansion.
or we could
Without
go.
a weapon, that would be kind of hard. That's why I'm thinking about the market. At
Yeah,
least something.
I would say let's exhaust a little bit the town. Let's check what's going on the
I think
other
that-
inn as well.
I
On
think
them.
that's what Fane was trying to say. Ask the guard captain for weapons to, if in exchange
Oh.
for like,
Yeah.
ridding the undead from this mansion or whatever.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes, and at the meanwhile, we could, create a demand for the Lick a Frog experience, and
That's business on the side.
We can trade like a frog for weapons.
Or Pada. So
This city will go
A
down.
legitimate downtime practice to me.
shall we try with the captain?
Cap and Jimmy.
Yeah,
Give us
Yeah,
a
we
call.
can.
shall we go to the empty net first?
Empty net.
Empty net it is.
Alrighty. Jimmy and River want to go to the empty net. Bane wants to go to the captain of the guard.
Okay, let's go to the captain of the guard first.
Oh wait. I thought the captain of the guard was in the empty net.
The empty
Oh,
net
okay,
is
so-
like from what it sounds like, some sort of like pirate tavern.
Yeah, it's
Oh. Well, I'm definitely all for going to the guard because I'm not really interested in just laying about in tavern, as I really don't have any benefit from that.
Alright, Fane goes across the road to the barracks, and a lot of the access doesn't seem sort of open to the general public. You see half a dozen guards and a guard captain sort of standing near the entrance. Look like they're getting ready to go out on a patrol. And the captain sort of looks at you, Fane, and just says, if you want to speak to Elander, he's off today. Sure you could find him basking in his own little private beach at his big fancy mansion. And he points you over to Elander house. Elander being the captain of the guard.
Aye.
Alright, let's go there then.
Merci, my lady.
My lady.
I'm a man.
I know.
Did you just assume my gender?
Alright, you guys head over to Elander house. It's tucked in at the edge of town here. You see a nice mansion. Very, very prestigious, overlooking the sea. You can see some steps cut into the stone cliff that wind down into a little private beachfront cove. And when you arrive there, you come to the mansion and knock on the door.
I will try to hide my face.
You try to hide yourself towards the back of everyone, Fane.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show my face.
Alright, who's knocking at the door? This is the mansion here. You can see like the cliffs, just like 100-foot drop, and then just there's a little like private beach area here.
I do.
Alright, Captain Jimmy, knock at the door. It's a very nice looking mansion. You wait a few moments and then a man answers the door. He has a very, very big top hat, sort of hunched over. He's got a walking stick, grey wispy hair.
Yes! Aye, Captain! Captain to Captain! How you doing? How's your day, Captain?
Captain.
I think I've got the wrong house, friend. I'm no captain. I'm Crag, grave digger.
Ah. And what are we doing here? And you're the...
What are we doing here?
I walk up to him and whisper, try to find Elander.
He looks up at you. Bane.
No, I mean, I whisper to Captain.
Oh, you whisper.
Yeah. Elander. Yeah. We're looking for Elander.
Are you looking for Elander, are you? Well,
Yes, we do what I said.
I've just buried him.
What?
In
Why?
books. Buried him in books. He's busy reading down at the beach.
Aye. And what a gravedigger guy does in his house.
I'm a slasher.
Slasher? Oh, I see.
Of prices.
Thank you.
I make the cheapest tombstones in town. My prices are murder.
I
Got an idea.
I
I'm
take
gonna cast
22
mending on-
psychic damage.
Dying to meet you. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna cast mending on his hat and his shovel. Looks like he needs it.
On his hat.
You try to cast a spell at him and he sort of takes his weapon back. What are you trying to play here, boy? You're a strange sort. If you're looking for Elander, he's down there, reading by the beach. And he points down over the cliff and you see a stately looking man standing at the edge of the ocean with a book in his hand looking out over to the sea. Head on down there and there's some seagulls flying overhead. There's a nice warm breeze washing by you. The sand is golden. You just hear the gentle sound of waves crashing ashore. And
Good day to you, mister.
he sort of brings the book down, turns towards you. You see a very finely dressed man. It's quite imposing, and you can tell he's definitely some manner of noble. Sorry, friend, this is
Good day.
private property. If you're looking for some sort of drink, I suggest you head over to the empty net.
We had drinks a lot ahead there.
Now, friend, head on over. This is my beach.
We want to speak with you, sire.
Oh? You want to request an audience with me to come to my home? Speaking like this? It better be something important.
About the ghosts and Walking Dead and all these Walking Bones and stuff.
What? If you've had
The-
something
the-
to report, it's my day off today. You should go to the barracks and report it to there.
No, I'm most like an offer.
What? You've come
An
to
offer.
offer me something.
No, offer!
Okay, as I see this is going to hell, I'm like walking up. He wanted to ask you about, like the barkeep told us, or whoever told us that we could help you with the skeleton.
As you're talking to
Zombie.
Salza, he just completely ignores you because he's staring at Fayen. And he just like trails off, walking away from you. My word.
Why,
Just
mister?
like in
Why
real
you are
life.
scared of us? Yeah.
Fayen?
Ah,
Is that you? Fayen! Ha ha ha! It is you! Come here! And he holds out his hands.
Awkwardly shake.
Shakes your hand and rubs your shoulder. Ah! You're doing well! What brings you back to Saltmarsh, my dear?
A shipwreck.
What? A shipwreck? You're coming to plunder a shipwreck?
No, we were on a ship.
What? You were in a shipwreck? Maya, are you injured? Are you okay?
Well, with this shipwreck, yes, but my last mission didn't go so well. And I'm sorry to say, but I can't remember much. I just remember the names, but I can't remember the faces of you.
Oh. I'm very sorry to hear that. I heard you suffered quite an injury in a great battle on the Azure Sea.
Yes.
Well, what brings you back to Saltmarsh then? You're here to repair your
Well,
ship?
Yeah, or get a new one. I would like to go
Old
on the
one's
ship
fucked
and-
up behind repair.
Yeah, and our captain isn't very sane.
Fane, my dear, there's something I need to tell you.
I'm pregnant.
parents. Your father, he has passed. And your mother is very ill. I was sure that your father received many honors and a royal burial. But your mother, she is not well. You should see her. She'll want to see you.
Yeah, I want to see her too, but I can't remember where.
Oh dear. The extent of your injuries. They are much worse than I could have thought. Perhaps it is not best for you to see your mother right at this moment. Perhaps if you just walk around Saltmarsh a bit, you'll start to have everything come back to you. Don't worry, Fane. The crown does not forget your service. We all lost something on that day. And he pulls up his trouser to reveal a peg leg. To reveal a big dick. No, to reveal a peg leg.
I was like, this is getting weird.
Nice job, mate.
Although
Yeah.
I lost my leg, it is something that hasn't caused me to be disadvantaged. I've not had disadvantage on any attack rolls since that day.
Must be a very good peg like that.
Yeah.
Did you step on the whirlpool, sir?
But, if I'm sure you'll recover, Fane. We all will recover.
I hear licking frogs helps.
But I know you didn't come here to meet with me personally. With your friends here. What brings you here, Fane?
Yeah, what the captain tried to say is that we want to try to help get rid of the ghosts in the mansion, and
The haunted house.
Yeah. But the thing is, in this shipwreck, we lost our main weapons, and we would be happy to if you could help us with that.
Oh, Fane, you've always been the bravest of us all. You've heard the fearsome rumors of the hauntings of the manor, and yet you're still intrigued to go there. Such a sinister evil, though. Such a defiling of our land. It is true, it cannot stand an unholy place so close to civilization. We cannot let a place stand that could be a harbor for evil. You're right. It must be cleansed of its otherworldly occupants. And I trust that you'll do it, Fane. You say you need weapons. I'll see to it that each of you receive whatever weapon you like. Consider this your
Like a
formal
cat.
coming out of retirement today, Fane. I knew you'd be back. And I expect a full report by the morrow about what you find there.
Will do, and I will catch that ship that sank also.
Very well.
Thank you, your royalty.
Fane, get him to give us a cannon.
Do you have a rowboat? I hear they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I can call.
One
No,
robot each. That's all.
We're just like rowing to the house and ram the house for extra damage.
We take a scorpion together, or a catapult, basically.
Yeah.
A Margonel.
The Marganel with the rowboat. Throw it at the mansion. That would work.
Head to the barracks and tell them that I sent you to receive one weapon of choice.
Thank him and bow.
+3 longbow sounds very nice.
My weapon is a bag of gold.
I'm the captain. Can I have 2?
No,
Ha ha
only.
ha ha ha. You are funny, Captain. Ha 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 ha.
Hard.
Now, if you excuse me, I was in the middle of reading this book.
Any good?
That damn Crag. He always wants to expand his cemetery. He's saying. He doesn't seem to understand. By expanding the cemetery, it means more people must die.
Yeah.
Is he reading a
you
playground?
never. I think you never ran out of the business of dying, hadn't you?
That is
And
true.
River comes up and say, "So you want to lick a frog?"
Smart person, I would say. He knows to choose jobs.
Alrighty, you guys head on over to the barracks. Let's take a 10-minute break now as you guys head on over. And I'll see you guys back soon.
Okay.
Everyone go
Okay.
and take a drink, lick a frog.
Grab your frogs and get ready.
Wow. Really? Lick a frog?
Blimey.
If this ends up becoming a meme, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Sorry, what?
If this ends up becoming a meme, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna take Seb to actually like take some fucking drugs to him actually imagine this shit. Otherwise, it's kind of difficult to actually go through this.
You should start basically extracting this, and we will put on tobacco, and we'll sell basically cigars. That's good.
I'm just
line of-
thinking that
That's
if
a good
Seb gets
line
a
of
whole
business.
bunch of. If Seb gets a whole lot of fans from this, he'll get the weirdest care packages.
We will call it a skunk.
What? Well, I mean, after like level 3, I can even make it smell like a skunk.
I think I can now. I think my Druidcraft allows me to do that.
Yeah, Druidcraft allows you to do it. I'm also gonna take on Druidcraft later on. When I actually get a cantrip.
But you guys don't start with those.
Well, not in fighter.
Oh, you're gonna go Arcane, Eldritch Knight.
I'm gonna go Arcane Archer.
Oh,
Arcane Archer, later on Assassin, later on more Assassin, then more Fighter again.
I might drop her to grab a level of Monk just to have an extra 2 AC at all times.
Well, I'm just planning on... Well, just want to see what exactly Arcane Archer can do.
Hmm.
But sadly enough, Sharpshooter doesn't stack with some of the abilities. Well, mostly, none of the abilities. Otherwise, it would be busted. Because technically, it says you deal the arrows damage as normal, but technically it doesn't make an attack roll anymore because it does what you call it, just magical damage, like the saving throw bullshit.
See, I'm just liking the idea that if I take a level monk, even when I'm wild shaped, I'll still have an extra +2 AC.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's actually good.
I'm going Storm Herald, I think, or Berserk.
I'll go full bard.
By the way, do we have a translator ready for Captain Jimmy's?
Wait, what?
Do we have a
Then-
translator?
Translator from pirate to human.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have the frog. He just lets somebody lick itself, and then you understand all languages.
Yeah, you can say that. Look, that sounds like a good idea. Like trying to for me to. The only things I need to use my charisma skills as well. That's what makes me. And I don't know how we're going to play that. But in this case, yeah, usually if I talk and somebody else is trying to translate, it's a good fun.
I could translate it, but I'd translate it into grung.
So we need a third person.
I'll just sit there doing like the crazy frog sound.
Wait,
Ring ding, ding, ding.
Bang.
Actually,
So
we-
imagine if you had like a whole tribe of grung, man. It's just that sound is going constantly.
Yeah, actually.
It would be like literally, you know, like back in the day, Nokia. You have the Nokia, and you just play the Mad Frog or whatever it was called. Oh, the Crazy Frog. And you're just like, yep, that's our conversation.
So you basically win. You need a pirate, somebody, the frog to translate from pirate to frog. Somebody to translate from frog to elven. Someone from elven to dwarvish, and someone from dwarvish to common.
I
then
can
the
make
last
it
person just casts
translated
fucking,
to
comprehend languages.
uncommon.
And somebody to undercommon in the end. Yeah.
I have 4 language proficiency, so I can just talk with myself until I get to common.
Yeah. So I might say yes, and somebody in the end you will think that I was taking the story of I don't know, of Halaster.
Yeah, it would be like those earphones or whatever in the game. Basically, you start by copying what they say, and in the end, you just like hear blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and then yeah, pass me the sword. Yes.
I'm just thinking like Captain Jimmy as a bard will get tongues. He has to cast tongues on everyone to converse with them, just so they can understand him.
Yeah.
And in the end, he's just like they still don't understand because the sound comes out muzzled.
It doesn't make sense in the end, yeah, because he's just Captain Jim.
He's been licking the frog too long. His tongue's gone numb.
Yeah, the funny thing, he doesn't believe that the frog exists. And he thinks that you all go crazy right now. Everyone's going crazy. Because
The
you
best
see the
bit is
frog.
that my frog changes color every day, so he's like, "Oh, it's a different one today."
Yeah. And basically, you just change the hue on the profile picture so we would know. Red frog, green frog, rainbow frog.
What I'm doing is each one is a different cast and grung. So depending on what color I am, it's going to slightly affect my mood. It's like when I'm a gold frog, which are like their leaders, I'm going to be more authoritative. But then when I'm a green one, I'm going to be real docile.
Yeah.
It's currently orange, so it means I'm aggressive, which is why I wanted to try and start fights with wolves. Because all their warriors and stuff are orange.
I see. So you try to prove yourself now.
Basically, my guy is PMS. Like, he is walking PMS.
Do you want me to leave the light on?
So in the end, we're just gonna die because the frog started a fight with the dragon or kraken or something.
Pretty much. Like, you could be the red dragon, but I'm the orange grung, bitch.
We're so dead. It's gonna probably just like be. I can imagine the conversation. So basically, the cat is gonna say, "Do you want to lick a frog to a kraken?" And then he's just gonna be like, "Yeah, come lick me," and then you just jump into its throat.
Did you see his kraken's pupils? They triple in size. It's like, oh god, I ate something bad. He tries to vomit it up. I ate some bad seafood.
Seafood.
How's everyone doing?
Not bad.
The word.
But I'm pretty sure like the kraken has like plus 20 to its constitution saving throws, so that's gonna be pretty much a swing and miss.
It's got like 12 hours to digest me. It's gonna be rolling for a while.
Yeah, until
It's time to get in that one.
Yeah, that's the only case.
Alright, you guys head on over to the barracks. It's built on this low hill. And it looks like the barracks also doubles as a jail. You head inside, and after sort of saying that you've gone to speak with Elander, you don't actually need any sort of like letter or anything like that. They seem to be quite trusting in just taking your word, and quite a few people actually recognize you, Fane, and they come up and say hello, and they seem to act a little bit strange when you don't really recognize them. And there are two sections to the jail: a large chamber that holds drunks and other troublemakers, and then there is the other individual cells, as well as a large barracks with beds, footlockers, and a few other rooms around. You're taken to the armory, and you're all allowed to pick one weapon from the player's handbook.
What's
I'll
the
pick
most
up.
expensive?
I'll pick up my rapier bag. A rapier
They've got everything, and they've got
to
rapiers,
replace the previous one.
got
Crossbows.
cutlasses, one weapon each.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the longbow because I don't think arcane archer even works with the crossbow.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it's
How many? Can I ask you guys something quick? How many melee fighters we have?
melee fighters. Well, I mean, only one, I guess. The frog.
I'm melee.
Who's not a melee fighter in the slightest?
No, I, you know, there's like milligrams, and I understood like melee fighter.
Captain, they make fun of my accent.
I think, well, it's me and then the paladin and River.
I'm River.
You're a melee, right?
Right, man.
Well, I could easily switch to, you know, ranged or do something in between. I have a high dexterity.
Usually I would go. Yeah, sometimes depends. Yeah, I might go in melee, but that's when I cannot cast my spells.
You will probably be a full caster later on.
Yeah, most probably. Usually I just give commands and do say silly stuff to the enemy.
We have one guy also like later on.
Alright, you're all issued a weapon, and then you step outside the barracks, looking over being afforded a good view of the town. You do see a lot of swampland in the region. You can sort of see it on this map. Swampland feeds into a river and then the mouth is over here. From what you guys know, probably mainly Salza, this is an island called Salt Island. And I'm sure he can point out on a map where you guys are exactly. Look over at the map of Faerun. Oh, sorry, the world of Toril. Forgotten Realms. We've got Faerun over here. And the Sword Coast. This little island you're on is Salt Island. It's about 750 miles off the Sword Coast. Or from Waterdeep, probably more. 830-ish miles.
Yep.
We've got the Kingdom of Keeland, which I spelled wrong on the map. Thousands of miles away, and then the Kingdom of Furiondi, a couple of thousand miles away as well. Mazdaker down here, and you guys find that you're very far away from any real mainland.
Is this where the Khajiit are from? The Tabaxi?
Down here, little.
I'm just thinking about a whole kingdom of furries.
No, this is sort of like this is sort of like Old England. This area around here.
By the way, can some of you guys change the colors of your pings, because otherwise it's like 50 shades of pink at the moment.
Oh yeah, I usually go green. There we go.
Alright, that's a little bit better.
The
I don't know how to change my color, so
this is
You just
like
click on the color.
a map of the Azure Sea around you guys. There's no land. Well, I'd say that actually Salza, because he is a quartermaster, he knows where the Styes is in relation to Salt Island. And that is up here. Mark that on the map. The Styes. And we have someone from Firewatch Island as well as part of their backstory. Firewatch Island is a little island over here. Firewatch Island. And this map is done in nautical leagues. 1 nautical league is about 3.5 miles, so about 1,000 miles to Firewatch Island. 1,000 miles to the Styes.
That's lots!
Well, that's a lot to swim.
Well, we need a turtle.
Or a ship.
Or a shark.
No. These things don't work. A turtle will do the job only.
Okay, so after you guys have your bearings a little bit, you have rumor of the haunted house. Asking around, you can easily get directions. You can't really miss it. Let's take a look at the Salt Island overland map.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Saltmarsh here.
Mm-hmm.
This island is huge.
It is. It's pretty big. Well, this is not a very big map.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
only 15 leagues to the haunted house. Wait, did I say a league is 3 miles?
3 miles. That's a lot.
I think I got that wrong. I think that's wrong. Yeah, I think it's like...
I was thinking leagues are like I need to play League of Legends and get to higher leagues.
It is, yeah. 1 nautical league is 3.5 miles.
Yeah.
So I did get it right. Alright, so the haunted house is 15 leagues away.
That
Right,
must be.
That's a bit more than a few miles that I said. So that's like it's like a 2-day journey, probably more.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not supposed to be that far away. It's going to be a lot closer. it's about 3 miles away, so it's very close.
Is the scale of the map the correct one? Is it 1 league?
One hex is 10 leagues.
Is it 10 leagues? Oh.
Oh wait, that's why it's wrong, because I've got it scaled wrong. I don't know why. I'm sure I measured it and it was right. I must have messed with the scale. 1 hex is 10 leagues, and 1 sub hex is 7,500 yards.
Yeah. We will learn how to count in marine terms in the end of the season.
There we go. There's the scale there. I think I fixed it now. Sort of. Alright, so yeah.
Yeah, that I wasn't. It is a big hex, which is then the huge hex, right?
Yeah.
And the sub hex is just yards. It's
yeah.
So that's what I meant, because you have the big one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we have you guys should be able to see that big hex, right? You can see it. Like the corners of it.
Yep.
Alright, so the Azure Sea is surrounding you. This is an island, by the way. And I think I've already said that. And we have north facing up, west, east.
Yeah. What I mean is, right now you have scaled it for the large hex to be 70 leagues. I think that's 10 leagues.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I did.
That's
I
correct.
See. I got it wrong. I got it completely wrong. Anyway, one of the small hexes is 10 leagues, so I'll fix the scale up. I definitely did mess it up. Alright, I'm not sure if many of your characters are going to be too familiar with Saltmarsh. I know that Fane is, but yeah, her memory is shot. So I don't think you guys know too much about the surrounding land, apart from how much 1 hex is. That's about all we know.
Useful information.
Alright, so you know where the haunted house is? It's a few hours away.
Is there water there?
Can I?
It's along the coast. You'd be
Does
going
it-
along the coast.
Can I wear a suit?
A suit?
Yeah, is there a place that has nice, expensive
Tailor.
clothes in Salt?
It's
Yeah,
all
you
bad
could-
because
You go to the
A
market.
tailor?
Yeah, well, you'd have to look around. I'm sure you could find one.
What color are you, Frog?
Today I am orange.
Okay, I go and pick orange pants and an orange hand and orange gloves. Just
Well, there's 2
It would be
markets.
so sad.
You can see one over here, and then you know this one over here is called the weekly market.
go to the nearest one where I can buy something really quick and then get back.
Alrighty, you just run down to this the closer market to you, and when you get there, you see quite a few people going around. You see a big banner calling it the Green Market, a strip of open land, and it's got everything for sale that isn't fish, salt, or nautical wares. Dozens of stalls, and they seem to sell a lot of animals, goats, marsh plants.
I buy a goat.
Oxes.
How much is a goat?
Alrighty. So you guys like going around there for some shopping? Or
Do they
do
have
you just wanna,
orange
like-
pants?
So, alright, I'm gonna move you guys on over to the map if you're gonna be doing some actual shopping down here.
I will just tag along, but I will not do shopping.
Hey, you guys
Yeah, I
head
was-
down. You guys all head down to the Green Market because you will want to buy something, goats or whatnot. If you head down here, you see all sorts of animals for sale: cows, goats, mules, mastiffs, and there is a variety of garments here for sale. You see people yelling out to you all, trying to sell their wares. Fresh fruit and vegetables, flowers of all sorts of erotica varieties, cows, finest cows, mules, goats. You there?
Mules.
You're looking for a goat?
This really enjoys the job.
This woman waves over to you, Padda. You're looking for a goat?
Yes. I also need a blanket
Ah.
and some gloves.
Are you sure you're not looking for sheep, my friend?
I want a goat. I want a horny sheep.
We have fine goats here. 5 silver per.
I will give her a gold piece so she can also find me a blanket and some gloves.
I'm afraid I don't sell blankets or gloves, friend, but there's a clothes shop, a store just a few tents down.
Okay, how many silver pieces is there into a gold?
10.
10.
10? Okay.
There you
Cool.
are.
Do you have?
You look after it now, strange little frog. And you now have a goat.
Yeah.
Goat joins the party.
I give you
Tell me
control
you
of
are
the goat,
going
you
to
can
ride
move it
it.
around.
Can the frog
Yeah.
ride? Can the frog ride the goat?
Yeah. It's not really trained to be ridden, but he can try and read it. I'm pretty sure he'd like actually just kill it though with his poison.
That's why I need the blanket and the gloves. I need the gloves so I can pet the goat, and I need a blanket so I can ride the goat.
We will afterwards apply the term "lick the blood."
All right.
Should we open up a stall?
So River's looking for like a fancy orange suit. Is that what you're looking
Yes.
for?
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty. You go around and try to find this orange suit, and it seems to be like a bit of a special order. Now, people don't have these like fancy orange suits just laying around. However, they tell you, you can put an order in and come back in a few hours, and he'll make you one. It's not cheap though. It's like, let me check
Money's
the
not-
price.
Have you tried the lick a frog experience?
He looks at you strangely. No, I haven't tried the lick of frog experience. You want me to knit you this, or craft you this fine suit or not?
Yes, of course. I'm sure you've heard about the lick a frog experience. It's a new thing here in.
Right, these are all the items that you can buy from the markets. And fine clothes you're asking for. I'm not even sure if it's on this list here.
The weekly market items, yes. Yeah, it's completely blank, so we cannot buy anything.
Let me fix that. I don't know why it's on GM layer, but I'll reveal it so you guys can see it. It's in the GM notes for some reason. There we go. And I'm guessing, there we go. It's 15 GP for the orange suit. Fine clothes, that would be considered.
Okay, I'll tell you something, my friend. You're going to be the first one in Saltmarsh to. I am going to give you 7 gold pieces and
The frog.
you will be the first to smell. Actually smell the frog.
He just looks at you strangely.
It's a blessing from Taimora.
I'm
Yes,
sorry,
it
friend. I know you're not from around here, but we only trade in goods or gold. Maybe where you're
Services.
from, the sniffing frogs is considered normal, but it's far from normal here, my feline friend.
Last guy that tried passing an opportunity like that was haunted for a. We are talking about a miracle. We are talking about the most exclusive experience all around the fire. Even in Payit, sniffing frogs is a thing.
Listen, I don't have any fine orange suit, but look, I've got this orange chicken costume. I'll give it to you for 5 gold if you just take it and go.
5 gold piece for a chicken costume? No. It don't even match.
It's a fine chicken costume, orange feathers, just what you want, friend.
Okay, fine, I'll take it.
As you're doing
I
business
wear
with
it in-
you.
I wear it immediately.
Right, he gives you like a full-on like chicken costume, bright orange feathers. Right, you put it on, and yeah, now you're dressed up like a bright orange chicken.
Exactly what I was looking for.
So I'll get you a token. Okay. People are just looking at you very, very strangely, but a few small children run up to you. Chicken! Chicken! They start sort of poking you, River.
That's what happens when you don't lick the frog, kid.
They just start laughing. Chicken!
Chicken cat.
Chicken with tail!
All chickens have tails.
Long tail!
I don't see a blanket or gloves anywhere here.
Yeah, the people are selling blankets and gloves. You can get them for 2 copper pieces.
There's a blanket.
Oh God. A cat in a chicken suit. Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Alrighty. So River's got his chicken suit on, and he's got all the, standard adventuring gear that you get before you go
Okay.
out.
Okay, is there any kind of temple in the area? Especially of Timora, or even any good god will do, but especially Timora.
Alright, are you asking the suit person that? The tailor?
Yeah.
Friend, I'm not sure of your god Timora, but a lot of the folk, they either pray at the shrine of Obed High or the temple of Prokin. I can guide you to one of them if you want. But I don't think that'd be taking very kindly to you wearing this chicken suit there.
Yeah, that's for me, not my friend. Yeah, I'm pious. Pious. Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I believe. Yeah.
You should try the temple of Prokin.
The Temple of Prokin. Yeah. Thank you, mighty. So, where is it?
Well, it's just over the bridge and up that way to the north part of town. It gives you directions.
Cool. One thing, I as Alex, I don't know what the god Proken, but do the character knows this god? Does
Make a religion check.
Okay.
Because you're not really a real captain, right?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you know a decent amount about Prokin, actually. It's a chaotic neutral deity of the sea and weather. Offers the Tempest domain to clerics, and he can be embodied in the sudden storm that overtakes a ship, battering it with monstrous waves and howling winds that give way to peaceful waters, calm weather in the space of a moment. Most of their clerics reflect the deity's chaotic nature, like a sudden storm. They seek omens of his moods in the weather and sky, and mirror their own demeanor to match their deities. God of the sea.
Good.
People will throw him sacrifices like fine food or potion alcohol, will throw it out to the sea. As you guys are around the market here, you start to see people starting to be like quite bickery. Everyone's sort of in a bad mood, and you start to see people arguing with one another. Ah! What did I tell you about getting your damn mule near my grain? People start yelling and arguing a little bit. The whole mood seems to be quite bad from the people. Meanwhile, Pada, you cast Beast Bond on your goat, and you now have a telepathic bond with the goat.
Yep.
Well, I'm looking at the people. That's and I'm trying to understand basically if there is it that it was something genuinely that happened, something like do they kind of fight for space in the market? What's the reason why they are in
Make an
such a bad mood?
Insight check. Alright, you take a look around. You've seen this. It's quite a common sort of trope that happens in fishing villages. The fishermen have got a bad catch today, and this reflects on the entire mood of the town. It works sort of like a snowball effect. Those
I see.
yeah, so if the fishermen have a bad catch, then it has a snowball effect. The dock workers, they don't have as much work on. The markets aren't as prosperous, and then people get rowdier in the taverns, and then the town guard are on edge, and brawling can start from a poor harvest. All because of how much fish they caught today, and looks like people had a poor catch today.
Cool. So that's normal then.
River does, it is sort of normal. River does lighten the mood a little bit, but some people sort of yell out to him, "You're a fool!" You're a fool! I hate chicken!
Does the mood swings up or down?
People, they're just still angry, and
I see. Okay. So
it's
shall
like,
we
it's
make
like a
this-
general mood of like everyone. It's not just a few individuals.
So I'm making my move towards the temple of Broken,
Okay.
and I'm just saying to my mates, shall we go and pay our respects to the god, to the sea god? He saved us. He spared our lives after all.
Yeah, nah.
Not interested. Me.
I don't get it.
What's a sea god? A kraken or something?
I worship nature, I don't worship gods.
Does he have boobs?
I
Suits
worship
you well.
gods. I pee on nature.
Suits you well. Anyway, I'm just heading up there.
I will follow it.
Temple of Perkins.
I
up
will
here.
follow you too, Captain.
Sorry.
I'll follow.
What?
Do we need a translator for him as well?
I
He will
think
follow.
so.
All right. Temple of Prokin's up here. Whoever's going there, you can move on up. All right. As you guys head there, actually, before that, there's something that happens when you're crossing this bridge. So we're gonna actually stop there.
On the bridge.
All right. You see a very peculiar-looking bridge. It's a single large bridge. It spans the river, and you see a lot of shops and homes along the length of it. And there are people standing out the front of these shops and homes, and they stare at you guys. People are not looking very happy, and even like in your chicken suit river, people are not amused. But you see a couple of people sort of talking among themselves and watching you guys, and they're sort of making these noises like come on, and they're swapping coins with one another as they're eagerly watching you all as if something's going to happen when you cross the bridge.
It's a brawl.
I bet you 3 silver. Oh no, I don't think so. Oh, maybe the one in the chicken suit. Oh, right. Stupid chicken
I
suit.
bid you a gold piece.
You
We
yell
try
it out, and the
to
lady just smiles at you. Immediately,
keep a lookout.
Fane, make a Constitution save. And Narcelia, make a Constitution save.
Okay.
People are still watching. Fane, you drop to your knees. You feel lightheaded and sick. And so do Narcella. And both of you just vomit all over the ground. And then people start clapping and cheering. Yay! Other people look quite disappointed. Damn it! Hey! And meanwhile, the two of you just feel horrible and nauseous, and you just vomited up all over the ground, and you're feeling very uneasy, and it's harder for you to walk. No one else has
What
this
was that?
same sensation.
Just elves?
Is it an elf thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, do males get morning sickness in your species?
Just ladies or just elves? Or just lady?
This woman sort of smirks her head up. You're new for this town, aren't you? This is Sharkfin Bridge. Makes elves sick. They was betting on whether you're gonna vomit or not, and you vomited.
And why does it make you
That means I'm an elf.
It happens to all elves. It's some sort of big curse. I don't really understand it, but it's funny to watch. Do you want to buy a bandana?
I start walking away?
Good conversation.
And you see a couple of people like still fighting over whether they won. Now you said you'll get halfway across the bridge before you'll chunder. Oh no, you said you'll just step onto the bridge. What about the chicken one? And they just bicker and argue with themselves.
I will buy a bandana, by the way.
I go
Excellent. And he's selling bandanas for 2 copper pieces. He goes up and hands it to you.
I go and whisper to one of the dwarves that I have.
It's
betted
bright outside, so I'll wear it.
Alright, you put the bandana on, Narcelia, and yeah, your eyes have been burning like this entire time when you've been walking around the sun. It just feels like it's just dissolving your eyeballs, and bandana helps a little bit. just to keep a little bit of the sun out of your eyes, but still, it's truly disorientating for you to walk over the bridge and feel so nauseous with the sun beaming down on you. You've definitely had more comfortable days than this.
Yeah.
Right, immediately, as soon as you finish crossing the bridge, Narcelia and Bane, you no longer feel sick. It goes away instantly. There's your goat tooth, Hadda.
Have you ever arranged like for a place to stay?
You haven't arranged anywhere yet, no. As you say that though, you see another inn that wasn't mentioned earlier, right across from you. It seems to be quite popular, actually. There are people going in and out. It seems to be built from the planks and hulls of a half a dozen decommissioned fishing ships. There are nets hanging out the front of it, and there are rooms that have, you can see they sort of have little portholes for windows. It's called the Snapping Line. It may be a place that you could secure some accommodation. You also, when you cross that bridge, hear people saying, or you learn that this river is called the Kingfisher River.
Kingfisher.
Kingfisher.
It's a type of bird.
Yeah.
Little bird. Actually quite a popular sort of theme in Greyhawk, kingfishers.
Yeah, like that Kingfisher and Rose part.
Alrighty, so Narcelia suggests maybe securing some accommodation for the night, because that's making a good point. You guys don't have actually anywhere to stay at the moment.
Yeah, shall we?
I just sleep in the ocean. I just go to the beach and just sink to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can sleep in the roof if it's not raining.
Wait, so in order for the frog to travel, it needs water every hour. Otherwise,
No, it's 1 hour. It's 1 hour a day.
No, it's 1 hour days. He has to be,
Submerged. Which is why I
submerged.
sleep in a barrel full of water.
So let's go to the inn.
Alright, you guys
That
want to
inn.
go to the Snapping Line?
Yar. Snapping line.
Alright, you head into the Snapping Line. Alrighty, you head on in, and everything has this nautical theme to it. As you head in, there's a woman at the bar, and she sort of yells to you, Hey! No goats inside, and no frogs, and no giant chickens.
I don't see a frog.
And dear lady, maybe you've heard about it, but you do sound like you have licked a frog or something.
I may have licked a frog or two in my time. See a young woman, and everything has this strong sort of fish smell to it. It looks like the smell of fish has never been scrubbed out of the walls of the hull of the ship that the entire tavern has been crafted from. And it's pretty overwhelming. You just see like a few unsavory looking folks hanging about, and the woman introduces herself. Hannah Wrist. Good to meet ya. What
Good
brings
to meet you, mate.
to me humble tavern then?
looking for somewhere to stay. I'm breathing in all the air and I feel very nice.
Oh, you've come to the right place. We've got rooms upstairs. We sort of fashion them to look like the inside of a ship's cabin, so if you ain't no landlubbers, you should fit right in, and I'll fix you up some of my nice claw wine to drink. If you're thirsty. Come from
You
a
speak my tongue.
long line of lobster captures. So, you looking for a room each then,
Actually-
are you?
Yeah.
That'll be 1 silver each for the night and rest your heads.
Do you already
Who's the
have...
wine?
Oh, of course, I give you a cup of the claw wine included.
Still.
And how much to rent your bedroom for the night?
You watch your tongue, you rabbit nose picking worthless streak OP.
I was gonna like let my giant tongue dangle down and be like, "You watch my tongue."
I'm not gonna tell you again. You deck nauseating spit weasel.
Oh God!
You can see she's got like a flintlock pistol just like by her waist.
I'm doing the move.
Pistol music. Perhaps you'd like to dance to this, you scabby ass bladder sucking cockroach.
I'm doing a motion with my hand and trying to say to calm down. I say, spare my friends, my beauty. They don't mean ill.
Well, he better watch his tongue, or I'll blow it out his bilge, a screw-eyed penny-licking jackshot.
Oh God!
Have you heard of
these
licking the
names.
frog?
They just been good. They were just saying how they were just appraising your beauty, my lady.
Oh yes, it's all great fun till somebody loses an eye. That grog-faced, gold-stealing stench on legs. Well, I guess with that out of the way, I'll get you a claw wine each, and I'll get you up to your rooms. You can leave your belongings there. They'll be as secure as a captain's booty. And it costs 1 silver each for the night.
Does anybody?
Hey, out of character, can we actually learn to use firearms? Or was that just something we can't do?
I'd say if you're proficient in like a crossbow or a crossbow, then you can use the firearm. Yeah, there's flintlock pistols and
Just a detail. For some reason, I have no gold on my character sheet. Did that happen by accident?
you should
or
have.
I
You should
lost all
have
my.
starting gold.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know
So
how
5d4.
how much.
You get something for your class. Don't even.
I think-
What class are you?
It is bard. It's bard. But I think I'm getting some
15
from the
gold, I
background.
think. Oh, from the background? Oh yeah, what background are you?
I'm
Sailor?
pirate.
Pirate. Is it like your own background that you made? Oh no, it's an actual one. From
No,
the
no,
game.
it's an actual one. Yeah.
All right. It should tell you. I don't know why I can't find it here. It doesn't say how much gold you get. In fact, it doesn't say anything about. I think
Probably I don't have gold, but
I think pirate is like a sub background of a sailor.
It's just a
it's
sailor.
it's background of
10
sailor.
GP.
Yeah.
You have a belaying pin, which can be used as a club. I'd say that's probably the belaying pin that like washed up on shore. 50 feet of silk rope, a lucky charm like a rabbit foot or a small stone with a hole in the center.
Yeah.
And common
Anything
clothes-
else is it looks there. Anything else looks like in the character sheet, but yeah, I didn't have gold for some reason.
That's right. Yeah, you've got 10 gold there.
Okay. That's why I basically played the previous in that I didn't have gold.
That's what you've been trying
Anyway.
to get everyone to lick a frog. To get gold.
Yeah.
You and River.
So,
You make
I
it
thought it was
continue.
for my pleasure.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, everyone cross off 1 silver, and you've got a room for the night. And you put like any like personal effects in the room. You just know it's gonna stink like fish the next day.
that's all right. It smells beautifully.
But
My flaw actually is I often smell of mud and fish.
I wonder if I put a dead fish in the room, if it would come out with no smell.
You try. You just see like some sailors and fishers here trading stories and drinking, and Hannah pours you each this flagon, and the handle sort of looks like a lobster claw, and there's this thick, foamy white spirit in there. She says it's made from lobster meat and potatoes, and when you guys drink it, let's just say it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. So I'm taking out my violin. I'm trying to sing a song. Okay, a pirate song.
Make a performance check.
I quickly ask her if she has some fish.
I got lobster.
And okay, give me one quickly.
What? Just gonna give you lobster? These cost good
Take
coin,
one.
you know.
All right, I'll pay for it, but try to get big.
All right. That's 5 copper for a lobster claw.
All right, take it. I put the lobster in my mouth, and I'm going next to Captain Jimmy, and I start singing with him.
It's a very bad song.
All right, River, make a performance check. Alrighty. You're doing alright there,
Okay.
River. You've got the lobster claw in your mouth, and you're doing a song, and you're doing a jig in this chicken suit. And then Captain Jimmy just comes along, and he's just like, and Hannah just yells at you, "Get out! Get out, you spot-faced pants-soiling spider-kissing washoon! Move! You putrid rat spawn, stick of manure!" She just starts yelling like all these insults, and you see a couple of people like move forward. "Hey pal, time to leave."
Oh yes, Captain, exactly like we rehearsed it.
Ah, not bad.
I think you best go take your singing elsewhere, laddie.
Yeah, that's why they don't like it. It was working at the ship.
They're just like picking you up and just like taking you out.
Okay, good.
And they just place you outside. Go sing over there, you livid bug chewing clump of compost. They go and sit back down at the table. Ah, that's better. Damn noise in my ears. And they didn't like your singing, Jimmy.
I.
And then, River, you look over him like, "Wait, you! You stay. More! More!
Sorry. I'll give you more if you can find me some.
This guy comes up to you, River. "Come here, you big chicken!" Tries to grab you. Hey!
No, don't touch the
Looks
merchandise,
really,
sir.
really drunk. "I'm hungry, I want me some roast chicken!"
No, just stay away, sir. Maybe, just maybe, if you can get some lick the frog first.
I'm gonna pluck you dry. Hey, where you going, you whiny little scab shite? Come here. And then the other dude like grabs him. Hey, just leave it, man. Leave him. Chicken.
I'm sitting with Captain Jimmy, and I'm highlighting the best from his performance.
Yeah, however, the problem is with my violin at the moment I can't find a catch and I'm doing a lot of noise. You hear that of the violin.
I'm trying to imitate the sound.
Addy. And the goat just chimes in. And luckily it's rowdy enough inside that people don't really.
There's a lot of cacophony outside.
Yeah, they just sort of deal with it.
I think we should make the go berserk.
Fane and Narcelia, what are you guys doing? All these shenanigans are going on.
A frog, a chicken, a goat, and a parrot.
Into a
I'm
bar.
just hiding my face in the beer. Like, trying to not see that I belong to.
And Fane pretends that she's not with you guys. What about you, Narcelia?
I'm enjoying the wine, even though it's not enjoyable.
Right, it's not too bad for you.
We
You've
have
probably
been-
you've probably had worse things.
well, no, because Drow have like this wine called Azure wine that's like made of fungus, and so we're fine.
Yeah, you're probably used to sort of these strange tastes, eating all these funguses and whatnot in the Underdark. And Saltzer, what are you up to?
No idea actually. I'm just like chilling, sitting there for whatever.
Alright, you're just sitting down there. No one's really bothering you. People are sort of yelling and
Yeah, I'm just
seems
like,
to be the same sort of foul mood about. It's not a very pleasant place to sit. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I just go out and try to, I don't know, find somebody with a boat that might be able to sail us back while they're inside here, or, you know, get us a boat or something of the sort.
I hope
Or
you do
actually-
get one of these like unsavory folk just sort of looks at you. I hope you do get a boat and piss off. Go and find the empty net. Get on a boat and row away. We don't need none of you Keeland army trying to push us out of town and take over a goddamn village. Fly us all
Actually,
away. Oh wait, no, not loyalist. Traditional.
There's some.
Oh,
Yeah.
this lobster's good. Oh. And then he just looks like blind drunk. And it's like in the afternoon.
well, while they're inside the tavern, I might actually try to find some contacts with the Harpers.
Alrighty.
Like,
You go around in the you mean outside the tavern or in the tavern?
outside the tavern, because I'm pretty sure none of them would be Harpers.
Alrighty.
Well, I mean, not too far away. I'm gonna stay, like, around the proximity. Like, not straying off from the party too much.
You see mostly just fishermen walking by, a couple of merchants here and there. There is a bustling market going on, and you don't really know who would know about the Harpers as you look around. Certainly not the fishermen. There are people at the weekly market here, but you don't think this would be a very good place to look for any sort of Harper contacts. You'd probably want to try and find like a maid's tower or something. There is a large brick building next door here, and there is a sign saying that this is the council hall. You can imagine this is where all the village elders meet and make big decisions. But it doesn't seem like it's the sort of place where you can just waltz on in. You'd probably need an audience. There's a gallows out the front. You see a very weather-beaten platform and gallows in front of the hall. Doesn't look like it's been used for a while though. There's a wooden sign depicting a net filled with fish hangs above some double doors that lead into the hall, and a small tower rising out of the building.
Wait, that's the council hall. That has the tower. Okay. Well, I mean,
it doesn't look like a mage tower or anything like that, though. You'd have to.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be the best shot, I guess, because like everything else seems kind of drunk down.
It's like a council chambers, so like you couldn't just like go in there. It's like full of offices, and like, you know, if you want to speak to someone important, you'd need to have like an audience or have some sort of contact, like where all the village elders are.
All right, well, and nothing else really around stricken bells of definitely Harper location or something like that, or possibly I would know about the Harper mission, or you know, I don't know, that was located around these parts.
No. I think this way. Did you have like something in your backstory there that I sent you?
Not really. Why they sent me? Well, they, as far as I could tell, I just literally got sent here by.
So I've got your hook here.
Lady Laral Silverhand, and she wanted me to investigate Regan Diarte.
Yeah, you're not sure if the Harpers even reached this far south, so this is not fair.
I know. That's why I was curious if there's like a person at least.
Yeah, you definitely don't know any like Harper hideouts or contacts. Well, Harpers are sort of like in Faerun, but you're very far away from Faerun, so you may feel sort of alone.
Alright, well,
respect.
then I just spend like mostly all the time searching around while they are in the tavern sleeping or whatever.
Didn't you guys want to go to the haunted house?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, after they are done. And then we can go.
We prayed at the temple also, right?
Yeah, we're going to the temple, yeah.
Alright, Templar Procan's up here.
Yeah.
You also see, you walk by like several other establishments on the way up there, including some stores, and eventually you arrive at the Temple of Procan.
So, how much are we going to do today? I will get some visitors now. I might need to go soon.
Probably be playing for about half an hour more or something like that. But if you need to go early, then you gotta go.
You can just check around the town, so we will not go off. Yeah, because we haven't investigated all the town yet, so no worries.
There are a lot of locations in this town that you may want to explore. Alright, for now...
Well, I can be in the... I can hear you, but I might not be able to talk too much.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. I don't think we'll be making it to the haunted house today. So, Temple of Procan. Alright, you guys head into this holy place and straight away, River, they do not let you in your chicken costume. There's a couple of priests standing at the entrance and they just like shake their head. Please, this is a holy place. One of the priests hold out his hand. He's got this necklace that looks like some sort of blue gemstone with a trident sticking out of it. You can't be serious that you want to enter dressed like this, friend.
I'll cover my legs.
I'm afraid you cannot enter dressed as a chicken. Look. He points to a sign and it's like, no chicken people sign.
These guys have some really specific signs in this town. No climbing on the roof, no chicken people.
Don't ask.
Hey, come on, they had the chicken suit for a reason there.
Yeah, probably is a common thing. They just give it to people to go to the temple.
And I'm afraid the goat will need to stay outside and your frog.
Excuse me, I am a paladin of Progen,
I
and this is my steed that I summoned.
Make a deception check.
I see no
Better.
frog.
I'm afraid
3.
you'll need to wait. You talk?
Yes, it is a gift from Proken.
He is not a frog.
I am intrigued about the fact that you talk, but deception is not something that Proken takes kindly to. You'll need to wait outside while your friends come to offer prayers.
Proken will hear about this. I have him on Facebook.
Do not speak ill of Proken, friend, or you'll soon find yourself cast
Speaking
on
ill
the
of you.
rocks of a shore. He is chaotic like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you shit about them, not him.
You come to this long-standing sea god's temple. It's very well attended, and as you head into the congregation, you see a one-legged man with a fancy hat. He seems to be the high priest, an older human, and he sort of looks down at you. He's got a peg leg. Arr! Welcome to the Temple of Proken, me mateys. Come to offer some prayers to the fierce god of the sea, have we?
Come to do my respects.
The sea treated you kindly on this day, lad.
Yeah, he spared our lives.
Aye, you been up on a wreck then, have you?
Yeah.
I can recite every single shipwreck, lucky escape, and famous captain that's ever stood foot or been washed upon the shores of Salt Island.
Are there many shipwrecks going on recently?
There are. But Proken has always giveth what he has take.
Aye.
Ye have any injuries? Me, matey, I offer healing services for those of our faith, or those who wish to witness Proken's mighty healing powers and divine prayers.
We are sound for now. We do not require help, mighty.
Arr. Welcome. Ye may drop a coin or two into the flowing river, and Proken shall receive ye mighty booty.
Yar.
Yar.
That will do.
Yar.
So I'm going to...
Come pray with me.
Yeah. So
Arr!
did he mean to throw a gold in this
Yeah, there's like a
river?
there's
Yeah.
like a little
Okay. So I'm taking one gold piece and
quarry
I'm
that
throwing
runs
it.
through.
Yeah, and I'm throwing it in there.
And when you do it, you have to yell out, "Arr!"
Then I'm going back to the altar.
R.
Arr! And the priests chime in. Arr! Arr!
R.
Arr!
R.
Arr!
R.
That's too many R's.
Ah.
Whilst I'm talking to the chicken and the goat, I'm gonna be like, I think they're having an orgy in there.
So.
Wow.
Arr!
Bless me, Lord.
Arr!
Bless me, Lord. Lord. Bless me, Lord, and keep me away from storms and thunder.
Arr! Broken shall get ye answer. Arr! And then he places his hand and casts mending on you. Arr! Ye are fixed. Like the hull of a ship.
Thank me.
Then I'm.
What? Thank you? Why would I thank you? Thank yourself. And if you're in the need of any healing, then you come to the right place.
Yeah. See you later,
Okay, thank
matey.
Tar. I'll be seeing you later, matey. Arr.
Thanks for the hat.
So I'm asking on the priest at the entrance.
Anything we could do for the stormy lord, matey?
Oh. Just offer prayers. You could go to the leap, take some fine wine, and throw it into the ocean. And Procan will bless you on your journey.
That will do, matey.
He always watches out over us.
He does, sometimes more than he should.
Procan doesn't care of matters ashore. But it's out there that Procan rules. And he looks out over to the ocean. They say, when he is angry, he'll cause the waves to churn, waters to swirl, sea storms to brew. When he is in a good mood, the ocean will be calm. It'll be flat, peaceful. We should respect his mood, whatever it may be. Arr.
R.
So where's the limp? The leap?
The leap. Yes. Just there. And he just points to like this cliff. There's a small break in it. Sort of up the road a bit more.
R. Do that later, matey.
If you're really brave, some people jump off the leap. Not to kill themselves though. So they can swim back to shore. The jump won't be a fatal one, as long as you avoid the rocks. People like to jump off there if their loved ones drown at sea. It's only a short swim back though. If it is your time, Procan will allow you to swim back, but if it is not, then he'll take you, suck you into the churning waters below.
I see. So we mateys. Mateys? Arr. Are we going?
We're stuck outside.
Okay, I'm going outside.
You're all outside. That entrance is like outside. Just at the front.
I was looking. I was looking to the other place that it was at the gate.
As you
That
look
was
around
locked.
from here, you've got a pretty good view. You see the Saltmarsh Cemetery just here.
Yeah.
And I'll just like detail other locations that you see. Saltmarsh Cemetery. Now, as you look over to the east, you see a heap of buildings that look absolutely decrepit. The roofs are missing on some of the buildings, the walls crumbling, and the place looks very derelict. The priest tells you it's a place called Crabber's Cove, and they say it's just a derelict part of town that no one visits. It's overrun with crabs. There's also some sort of carpenter's guild hall down here. A nice house. Looks like it belongs to a prominent member of Saltmarsh. There's another guild hall. A big forest over here, or a small sea grove. There are a lot of other locations still yet to discover.
So yeah, so we met. We went to both of the taverns. Then we didn't go to the pirate one. And do you want guys to go to investigate something else in the town?
I want some action.
Want some action?
Start a bar brawl.
We can have a bar brawl in the tavern. Yeah, actually.
That's the way of the sailors.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
Or we can go and sing. Same thing will happen.
Yeah. So
Forget it.
I think I'd like to see the empty net.
Let's go to the empty net.
Yeah.
Roof traveling.
Alrighty, the empty net.
Parkour.
Alright, again, the elves in the party, Narcelia and Fane, start to feel a little bit nauseous. It's not as bad this time though when they cross Sharkfin Bridge. And you guys head over to this tavern that's partially supported by stilts that are driven into the harbour waters. A very rickety looking tavern. And from what you've heard, it's a place for smugglers and pirates. There are several ships docked in, and they lead straight up to the empty net. And there's even a small dock. Sort of just reminds you of a plank that you'd walk on a ship. You can just imagine people being thrown straight off out into the ocean.
I have brought the lobster with me.
Brought the lobster with you?
Eating the lobster on the street. Yeah, stop.
No, it's not for eating, it's for singing.
For singing.
Yes,
Alrighty.
of course.
You head in here and you can see all sorts of nets hanging up in the ceiling. There are steering wheels from ships. There's seaweed intermingled in the nets and fish hanging on the wall, and an assortment of unsavory looking patrons in here. You see a man over at the bar who's got an eye patch and he nods at you all.
I get in and I shout very loudly, "Attention, attention! The grogs with the frogs have arrived. I challenge the best mate and captain of the most terrible crew in a duel of singing with lobster in the mouth."
Alright, this
car?
Burly half-orc. He stands up. Shut up! I'm trying to enjoy me rum!
You what, mate? Where is he?
You want a cutlass sandwich? You loud-brained, screechy gobshite?
Yes.
That's it! And he just swings at you, Patter.
Beam
Who the
him.
fuck is this guy?
The half-orc. This guy
Listen,
here.
yeah.
This guy.
That's a hell of a reach, bro.
He runs up to you and just takes a shot. I don't show
Okay.
fans here. If you don't want to be a part of this bar brawl, then by all means, don't feel like you need to get involved.
Actually, all in.
I'll just I'll roll initiative for everyone with the API. Wait, who? I'm trying to do it individually. Just wait. Let me just scrap the initiative and let's just. I'm just gonna roll it all together.
Fuck, man, I'm 21.
Alright, he just comes up and he tries to take a swing at you, Patter. And he's coming at you. River, what do you do?
I'm jumping in his back, and I'm going to chirp him in his neck.
You're gonna what him in his neck?
Chirp with my chicken suit.
Dude, peck at him. Basically, peck at him.
Make an athletics check.
He's trying to peck at him, like anything.
Yeah, I got yeah. Make an athletics check. Alrighty. Give me 1 second here.
Doesn't on, guys.
Alrighty. You jump on his back and he starts like twirling around. Ah! And he just sort of swings you around, River. Picks you up and just like throws you on the table and it just like snaps the table in half.
I enjoyed that.
Does he land on his feet?
He does. He always lands on his feet. Just snaps
Great.
the table like clean in half.
Do I have another action?
That would be
Or-
your action. Like a grapple sort
Okay.
of thing.
So I pass my turn then.
Okay. Narcilia. Oops. Narcilia. You're up.
It's more of a fist fight, right? He doesn't look like he's doing anything dangerous.
Oh no, he hasn't drawn a weapon. You think that would probably, yeah, if he like drew a weapon, that would be big trouble from the town guard.
Well, strength test as opposed to something else.
What do you want to do?
Grapple him and take him down to the ground.
Yeah, that would be an athletics check. Move up to him and make an athletics. I'll just move you up. Alright, you move up and try to grab him. And you grab him. He's grappled. But he's not on the ground yet.
Want to restrain him.
Alright, you could, next turn you could like try and shove him to the ground and keep him there. But at the moment you've just sort of grabbed onto his shoulder. Stopped him from moving. Anything else for your turn?
No. No, thank you, that's it.
Alright.
So, let me hit the little button here, sorry.
Alright. Captain Jimmy.
So yeah, I'm taking out my my violin and I started singing. Okay, yeah. Throw them in the sea. Bring it, come back. So and I will give
Bardic Inspiration to... let's give it to... Fine. Okay.
To Fane.
To Fane, yeah.
Alright.
Okay. And that was bonus action, move action. I'm going here, yeah. And so I have an action. I will do a Bane. Okay, I will cast. And how many combatants there are in the battle right now?
These other two pirate-looking people, they've stood up. They look like they're going to jump in. So there's 3. 4
Okay, I'm
actually.
baying them. So yeah, I'm catching the half orc, the other guy that is in melee here, and this guy.
Alright, the half-orc fails. This thug-looking woman, she makes a charisma save. And what's your DC?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the must be 13. Yeah, 13 is the DC.
Alright, they all fail and they all become baned.
Awesome. Okay. So and yeah, I just move 5, 10. I'm going here. Okay.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn.
Fane. I'm not sure if Fane's here actually.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty. It's
So can I pick up Pad and throw him at some?
sure. If he allows you.
If it's okay with him.
Alright, make an improvised weapon attack.
It's just a strength to dex.
It's a strength check.
Aww.
You pick him up and he just you throw him across the room and he just like lands on the net near the roof. And
I can roll my D6, but it shouldn't matter, I think.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. When you throw him on the roof, you see the proprietor Kreb Schenker. He sort of yells, "Ahoy!" And he points to a sign and it's like got a picture of a frog caught up on the net on the roof.
These signs, man.
Yeah, so I stand between them. Just...
Salsa.
Yes. He like kind of looks at all this shit going down. I'm like, yep, I'm out. I start walking away. Fist fights was never my specialty. you can tell by that driftwood throw I did earlier. Landed 2 feet in front of me. That would actually be the same with my fists. They would just if I end up in a fist fight, they would just land 2 feet in front of me and not even scrape the guy.
I have a mate that watched the first bit of this, and she's like, "Good on him for trying, I guess." So I was like, "Yep, nice throw, bro."
Alright, this pirate bosun, he stands up. Take the back of me hand, you sniveling mouth, you syphilitic, puppy-killing, slimy bastard! Ah! And he charges forward at the goat.
Oh, what a dick.
He just picks up the goat above his head. Ah! Throws the goat across the room. Goat was just minding his own business.
I was gonna go nice on this dude, but this dude's dead now.
Alright, this woman, she just sort of smiles. I was having a shit day, but now it's just gotten good. Try to miss me when you keel over your rabbit nose picking worthless streak of pee. And she just tries to headbutt River. And she misses. Alright, Kreb Schenker. He just looks around. Oi! Get off the roof! Points to you, Padda. Padda.
Has anyone like drawn a weapon yet?
No, no one's drawn a weapon. So, judging from what well, I guess you don't know, but you think if you did like assault with like a weapon, you'd probably like go to jail for like a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with this chair. This guy over here.
I'd make a athletics check for a strength check for improvised weapon attack.
Okay. Can I like throw it and use a deck?
Even it's still a strength with thrown.
Is it? I can't lift the chair, it's bolted to the ground.
You can't even lift it. You're just trying to pick it up. It ain't moving.
And the goat goes on my turn, right?
No, the goat just does his own thing. He's just like a goat. He doesn't have any sort of special connection to you. He's just a goat. But he gets up and he looks pissed.
Guess you'll ram whoever attacked him.
And it runs at the pirate bosun and tries to ram him. Misses. Just slams into
Whereabouts
the
is this
table.
guy? This guy here.
Yeah. Alright, this guy who you've got, Narcelia, you pick him up and he just tries to like pick you up and like shove you to the ground with an athletics check. Make an athletics or acrobatics check, Narcelia.
Okay.
Alright, he tries to like grab you and push you and you just quickly swing him around and you completely dodge him using his own momentum against him. Alright, this guy,
Does that mean I get to bash him?
no. Unless you have some sort of reaction. That was his turn. Alright, this pirate looking fellow over here, he runs up to you, Padda. Come here, Froggy. We're gonna put you in the cook's stew. And he tries to grab you. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
At the same time, he has to make a Constitution save.
If he grabs you.
Yeah. I'll let him grab me, so I'll
Alrighty.
try and. Is it possible to
You let
force
him-
lose?
Yeah, you can just automatically choose to fail. Alright, post that ability up for me. He goes to grab you, and immediately you see this like red rash appear on his hand. Ah! Ah! What have you done to me? And
Enjoy the herpes, bitch.
he becomes poisoned. He still does grab you though.
Kill him.
Yeah, he can hold me as long as he likes. He
And
just
then
keeps getting poisoned.
He like picks you up over his head, and then he drags you like 15 feet over here. River.
Okay, this time I'm going to turn my butt on her face and slap her with my tail.
Alright, make an unarmed strike. Just a strength check with your proficiency bonus added. So strength check +2.
Wouldn't it be a finesse weapon? My tail?
Unarmed strikes. They're not finesse. They're strength based.
Damn.
Alright, you just shake your tail feather in their face. Mildly annoys them.
Alright. Take that.
She's got like a face full of feathers. Narcelia.
I guess I'll punch him.
Alright, make an unarmed
No.
strike. Strength check +2 for proficiency bonus.
I get a bonus for having restrained him.
He's not restrained, he's just grappled. Grappled just means he can't move.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know how to do the modifier, so if I click strength, I'm not sure how I do the modifier.
That's right, you can just click strength and then it has your strength mod already included, and then you can add +2 onto it for a efficiency bonus. Alrighty. That's a 21. That is a strength save, by the way. I think it should be the same though. Alright, you hit him. So it does... What's your strength score? 12 or 13?
15, yeah.
Alright, you hit him for 2 points of damage, and you just clock him over the face as hard as you can. And he just turns to you and chuckles. He's like, doesn't even feel it. Would you like to use any
End
movement?
of turn, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if I drag him with me, can I...
Yep, you can drag him. Your
Okay.
speed is halved while you're dragging him, so you've got 3 squares of movement.
What is the closest window?
Probably this one over here or this one over here.
Okay, so I will go here.
Alrighty. You drag him with you.
Turn it over.
Captain Jimmy. Alrighty,
Baby
Captain
God.
Jimmy. Are you there, Jimmy?
Yeah, is there any? Yeah. Is there any bottle I can grab? I was. Yeah.
Any
using
what,
the wrong-
sorry?
Bottle.
Yeah, there's like bottles and flagons all over the...
Yeah, I grab the
Table.
bottle. So, and I'm moving here, and I'm throwing the bottle to this person.
Alright. Again, an improvised weapon attack.
Okay.
It's a
let's
straight
see.
strength check.
Just strength check. Well, Yep.
You throw the bottle at the ground, it just smashes on the ground. And you hear Crab just yell, "Right! That's it!" And Crab rolls up his sleeves.
Yeah. and I'm going to basically. I'm trying to see if Fine used the Bard Inspiration. Did she?
No.
No. Okay, good.
Okay.
So, yeah, then I'm just staying there. Yeah, and that's
Okay.
my turn. Where is the? I lost the button.
You gotta have your token selected for it to come up.
Awesome. Okay. Good.
Bane.
Go and try to get him off Pada.
Alright, you can try and... How much
Grab him.
movement did you use? 20?
15.
Yeah, you can
I think.
grapple him and then try and drag him away. Break the grapple.
Yeah, so athletic.
Yep, athletics check.
Oh god.
And he just pushes you back in the face.
Antoine.
Salsa.
Can I just walk away?
Sure.
Because yeah, I actually don't wanna dance in this particular fight. If we actually used weapons, I might consider it, but fist fighting was never an option for me.
You're more elegant.
Yeah, I'm more elegant. I just dance out the window.
Okay.
I'll be back once we use weapons. I'll be back.
I need to go now.
No
guess-
problem.
Be the rest.
Yeah, we're about to
Okay,
finish
good.
up. Alright, the pirate
Yeah,
bosun,
yeah.
he just picks up the goat. Ah! And he takes the goat and he just like throws the goat out the window into the ocean. Ah! Bang! Alright, this woman here, she tries to grab you, River. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
That has disadvantage because of the bane, no?
Minus 1d4.
Yeah, it just on rolls. Okay, good.
And she grabs you, River, and she just like throws you out. Throws you outside as well. And then it's Krebshenker's turn. Just gonna wrap up the session here. Alright, Kreb rolls his sleeves up.
Yeah.
That's it! All of you out! And he one by one just grabs everyone. He takes them, he marches them to the back of the shop and throws you off the jetty into the ocean. Pff, one by one, you guys are thrown out. And you're lucky I don't call the guard on you! And we end the session with you guys all being thrown out to the ocean after a tavern brawl.
Wait,
I float.
And Salt's a
god damn it! I
So-
fell into the ocean.
Yeah. You just like he just chases down the street after you, and you too. And then he chases
Hey,
you and
I'm
throws you too.
out.
He runs down the street after you. Alrighty, I'll give you guys just 50 XP each for that tavern brawl.
I'm not even sure if goats can swim.
Probably better than you think.
It's 50-50. I knew a goat that did it. Really, for real.
Alrighty.
Did we get any XP for killing the shark?
Yeah, I posted it.
It was
Alright.
17 experience, so we are at 67 now.
67 in
Apparently I
total.
can't spell. Oops. That's a
Plus the
second.
last session, right? So I forget what that number was.
Last session didn't count. It was like session 0. It never happened.
Yeah, it was just a session.
Yeah.
0.
It was all a mass hallucination after we looked too much at the frog.
But yeah, most of the experience is for overcoming encounters, not really for just role playing in that. But that was hilarious. I think that was a good little introduction to Saltmarsh. You guys have a good lead about this haunted house, and you also heard a rumor of some skeletons and zombies that are coming in through the mines of the dwarven mine out of town. They could be related. So we'll, I guess we'll start next session with maybe you guys headed to the haunted house.
I don't think my
investigate
frog's
it.
allowed to go in there, eh? There's a court mandate that he's not allowed near miners.
Alrighty,
Thank you,
guys.
Mr. Shell.
Thank you all
Thank you
very,
very
much.
much, guys.
It was a fun first session. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. We'll definitely be getting down to the more nitty and gritty stuff next week, no doubt.
Alright, guys.
Thank
I'll
you.
catch you all next week, eh?
See you all. Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye,
Alright,
matey.
see ya.
Bye.